that you know that want to write a book. Because trust me, when I bring on this panel, they gonna inspire you today. I'm just telling you. Listen, we didn't get a chance for everybody to speak at the event, and this is why I'm also creating again yet another platform. You know, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, and I'm gonna get into, and then we're gonna get into bringing our amazing authors on. Had someone the other day that was saying, you know, you send way too many emails. I'm gonna talk about that real quick right now. Yes, I am. You send way too many emails to Rhea. Can you stop? Can you maybe stop sending as many emails? Well, can I just stop creating so many opportunities for authors to get on platforms? No, I can't. Can I stop creating more trainings and things like that are designed to truly help authors win? Because I see so many authors get sidetracked. I see so many people looking left and looking right and trying to enroll into that and sign up for that and go to this and not getting the results that they also deserve. No, I can't stop doing that. Can I stop? You know what I mean? Like, can I stop maybe, finding new opportunities, connecting and partnering with individuals so that we can be able to continue to bring you guys No, I can't. And so I'm saying that to say that even like right now, while we're trying to create this and build stuff, I'm always trying to figure out new ways to promote and or highlight you. I want to make it so that when you invest into what it is that we do here, you don't need to be subscribed to everybody and anything. In fact, even if we were to send you 2 to 3 emails a day, it wouldn't be overwhelming because you're not overwhelming yourself with a whole lot of loud information, but truly someone like myself and our fellow author all-stars who want to see all of us win together. That's the reason for the season. That's the purpose behind all of that. And this right here, this opportunity to be a part of Author All-Stars Day is yet another thing where I was like, what else can we do to give more value, to bring more exposure, and to highlight those individuals who are impacting the world? And so that's why we created this opportunity. And so I pray and hope that every single one of you guys are just as excited as I am for this day. So let's go ahead and get ready to bring up our amazing Author All-Stars for this panel. We've got an incredible panel, y'all. And so I'm going to go ahead and start them in. We've got, let's see, we got 4 people. So that'll make us 5 on today. All right, let's see here. We're going to bring in Brittany Wilder, Dr. Rashida Jackson, Asia Lynch, and Inga Nicole. Hello, everybody. How are y'all?
Hi. Hello.
Excited. Hey, everybody.
Happy All-Star Day.
So I want to get this out real quick because I want to make sure that Inga is not cut off. So I'm going to put you guys over just a bit. So listen, so how's everybody doing on this good Sunday? I know some of y'all probably at church and you're multitasking, all types of stuff. I'm going to start off with you, Brittany. How are you doing on this beautiful day?
Ooh, I am fabulous. That's it. Fabulous. I feel good. I look good. I mean, I'm fabulous. That's it. I'm excited to be here with you guys and celebrating Author All-Star Day. This is my first time celebrating being an author now. I'm new to this, right? So I'm excited about that. Yes.
Well, look, yes, ma'am. And I love it. Looking great, feeling great, all of that. All the things, right?
That's it.
The things. Yes.
All the things.
I love it. Asia, how about you, beautiful?
Hey girl, I am the bomb.com. Just as Miss Brittany, like this is my first Authors All-Stars, and I'm just excited for everything that has happened this far.
Oh, well, great. Listen, this is just the beginning. And as long as you stay for the ride, baby, just hang on tight. You know, like that roller coaster that counts down 3, 2, 1, and then it take off. Mm-hmm. That's the goal. That's what we're doing. So let's go ahead and go to Dr. Rashida. What's going on, darling?
What's up, everybody? I am excellent, empowered, and excited to be here. Happy Author All-Stars Day. We are all thebomb.com, and I am happy to celebrate with my sisters today. It's going to be excellent. Let's get this roller coaster out of the gate.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And then, of course, soon as I go to Inga, she's not there. Uh-oh, hold on. I think Coco is here too. So let me bring Coco in. There she is. Hey, Coco. What's up, girl? Coco, so listen, how are you doing today?
I am blessed. I changed some plans around. I was like, I catch church online and I have to be here. So I'm here. I'm blessed. I'm thankful and I'm grateful.
Well, thank you so much for being here. So listen, guys. So does everybody know how to mute themselves? Because I want to make sure when we start bringing on, I'm gonna ask some questions that everybody can mute so that it's not like background interference. Y'all can? Okay, perfect. Oh, Inga, real quick, Inga got my favorite color on today. I see you, girl. Yes, Nikki. How are you feeling today?
Listen, first of all, I hope that my connection stays stable enough. I'm feeling fired up and ready. I'm feeling so good, especially after our Author All-Star Awards. Come on, y'all. We are in the building and here to inspire.
Amen. Well, it's a little choppy, but I'm sure that we're gonna be able to hear you a little bit. So it's a little choppy. Maybe turn off the Wi-Fi and see if that works if you have Wi-Fi on, because sometimes if you're in your car, it might interfere. Well, listen, yes, y'all, we about to bring down the house. Okay, so I want to shout out everybody as well that's in the chat. We got a lot of people that are in the chat. Hello, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. What's going on to everybody? Oh, thank you for the stars, Rashida. Appreciate you. Love you. Love you. Okay, so what we're going to first do is I would like everybody to introduce themselves and tell us about your book. If you could do it in about 2 minutes or less, introduce yourself and tell us about your book. We're going to go ahead and start off with you, Brittany. Yep, Brittany, we'll start with you.
All right, let me unmute myself. Hello, everybody. I am Brittany Wilder. I'm a Master Abundant Life and NLP coach, and I help women who have tried everything lose weight in 30 days and keep it off. And my book is Bolder, Better, Wilder. I brought it. Look with me. And it is a guide to your most courageous and fierce life ever. And it's simply my story of going through childhood trauma, coming out of a divorce, going through a lot of different things, and making the choice to heal so that I could be better on the other side. And it simply walks you through the process of healing and all the above. And it just talks about my testimony. So that is my book. That is who I am. And I'm just excited to be here with you guys.
Maybe I'll go.
Well, we are excited to be here with you, Brittany. I have a little interference. I don't know what heard that.
Oh no!
Can y'all hear it? Okay, somebody is talking, but it looked like everybody muted because I might have to have you introduce yourself again. You know, my ADHD, I call it IDD, kicked in, and I was just like, I can't focus. So let me have you go one more time. Introduce yourself one more time.
Rewind. Hello. Once again, I am Brittany Wilder. I'm a Master Abundant Life and NLP coach, and I help women who have tried it all lose weight in 30 days and keep it off. And my book is Bolder, Better, Wilder, and it is a guide to your most fierce and courageous life ever. And it is my story. It is my testimony from dealing with childhood traumas, going through divorces, going through different things in life, and coming out on the other side healed and ready to just live the best life. And so it walks you through the healing process. It walks you through just making the choice of wanting to heal, to move forward, and to be better. And if you want to reach me and contact me, you can reach me at www.dropweightin30.com. And what you're going to get is a wonderful ebook that I put together that gives you the first 5 steps to start to lose that weight, y'all. Okay. So like I said, www.dropweightin30.com and get your free ebook, because listen, it's going to bless you.
Man, listen, we're gonna get back to, because I'm gonna talk to you about this dropping weight in 30 and why you decided to even, get into the space, but also what your book is about. You and I had an opportunity to kind of hang out a little bit at the Hope Global Forum, and you was telling me you sold some books. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We're gonna get into it. Yes, honey. So okay, let's go to next. I'm gonna go to, she got her green on the top with that. What kind of lipstick color is that, girl? That is cute. Yeah. You have to give us the tea. So Dr. Rashida, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Rashida Jackson. I empower, elevate, and educate entrepreneurs and executives to become the best version of themselves. The book that I'm highlighting right now is We Are Not Imposters, and it is attacking the cliche of imposter syndrome, teaching people what it is, how to deal with it, and how to get rid of it, and also how to manage it. And you can get that on my website at IamRashida.com. It is an ebook read. But today I have with me What to Do While You Are Waiting, a singles guide to winning while you're waiting. And it is literally amazing to be in these spaces, to have these conversations. And I'm excited to just talk with you all. I'm excited about Author All-Stars Day. I can't even like come down and really be serious with y'all because it is just too much. We are in an amazing space. Meet me at IamRashida.com and we can talk about all the things over there. I love this space, and I thank you guys that registered and that are here. I can't help it. I'm excited. I'm Dr. Rashida Jackson. IamRashida.com.
Listen, I'm just as excited too. I think like leading up until the day, I was pumped up like this morning. I've been up since probably like 4 or 5 in the morning, right? Couldn't sleep, wide awake. And then when it got like 5 minutes before, I promise you on everything, I love y'all, I got so like energy burst. Like I got even more excited. I was like, this is the day. Like, and I try. So I think sometimes, you know how ladies, if y'all can relate, fellas too, if you ever are just so busy, just in the moment, that sometimes you forget to take a minute to step outside and look to see what's going on. And that's what happened that 5 minutes. I just stepped outside and was like, wow, we have a magazine. Wow. You guys are Lifetime Achievement Award recipients. Wow. We just had a dinner where everybody looked amazing. Wow. We're about to take the magazine to Ghana. It's just like, I just was like on top, all of these wow moments. And so again, just so grateful to have you guys here. Asia, let's go ahead and pass it over to you. Tell us a little bit about your book and yourself.
Let me get off of mute. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So my name is Asia Lynch, and I am the author of Right to Remain Silent. My book is just not a story. It's a journey through the silence that once consumed me. Growing up, I was marked by experiences of abuse, trauma, and deep pain. And I thought staying silent was protecting me, but realizing that it wasn't protecting me, it wasn't my shield, it was my prison, and it was harming me more than it was doing me some good. So I wrote the book Right to Remain Silent, to break that silence and to just let everyone know, like, you can be heard and your voice is valid.
Amen to that. And we're going to talk a little bit too about what made you decide to share those. We're going to get into it. Don't worry about it. Okay, Coco, darling, tell us about yourself and what is your book all about?
All right, I'm Kawana, as Teresa said, Coco Stanley. And my book is called The Power of Confidence: 7 Ways to Reclaim and Ignite Your Confidence. And this book actually teaches you the strategies and tools on increasing your confidence to unlock your full potential. And this book stems from me going through 16 and a half years of domestic violence and several different relationships, being a single mom, just all the overcoming some things that allowed my confidence to be buried. So I had to go through some process and some healing to actually learn how to start creating a confidence building strategies for myself daily, even when life happens, because we all know that life is gonna be unexpected at times when we don't know what to do. So you can actually connect with me by going to get your free ebook at My Confidence is Key, just to get started on where you can start building your confidence. So here's the book, The Power of Confidence: 7 Ways to Reclaim and Ignite Your Confidence.
I love it. Yeah, come on now. Yes, the reclaiming the confidence, darling. And we're going to talk more about confidence as well. And last but definitely not least, looks like you relocated, my darling, and the internet is better. Inga Nicole, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes. So guys, of course, my name is Inga Nicole. I help brand new entrepreneurs start, grow, and fund their business in 90 days or less. Here's what I love. Because of Author All-Star Book Profits Club, I've been able to rehash the entire business that I have of starting your business in 90 days and getting funded. All because one of the things that we do is make sure that you have grant funding, business funding, and personal development to be able to grow your business. But one of the grants, which is why it's a new deliverable for us now, is from our company, Maximus Financial Group. So I can now guarantee that you will get an opportunity for a grant within 90 days, and I love that. When we talk about the space of being an author, I actually, too, like Coco, I write about domestic violence. Finances is what got me out of a 20-year cycle of domestic violence. And like she said, building that confidence and making sure that you become the best version of yourself after you understand who you are and why the things that are happening to your life are happening. And so this year, going into 2025, I am finally finishing a book called Wake the F Up. And this book means so much to me. It's all the F words that you could think of to restore your life, going from faith, fabulous, finances, fearlessness, ferociousness. Like any F word that you can think of are the words that I use to restore my life. And that book is going to be the highlight of the year. How can you reach me and work with me? Guys, you can go to www.getgrantsdaily.com. One thing you're going to get is opportunity to apply for a grant today. And then starting January, guys, our first 15-day challenge where we're going to work on faith, freedom, and finances. So get with me and let's do this for this year at www.getgrantsdaily.com.
Yes. So yeah, okay. Don't y'all love it? Don't y'all love it? And so actually, and we'll talk more about just Inga, who I've actually hired her and her team to assist me. And so I can't wait for you guys to hear about just all the great things that we're doing. So I want to get into some conversation. Okay. So let's first get to Brittany. Yes, we're gonna sip some tea. I'm just gonna sip some coffee. Okay. Don't worry about who it's from. Y'all might see it and know who it's from. Don't worry. We're not promoting nobody who ain't paid us. But Brittany, I want to get into you because this is one of the things we talked about. And y'all, all my ladies that are watching right now, even my fellas, you know, weight loss is something that is absolutely one of the top industries, right? We know about it. We done heard about all these different medicines and shots and pills and things like that. In fact, I used to be in a company years ago, Brittany, where we would help you to drop 3 sizes in 10 minutes without diet, pills, exercise, and surgery, right? And when we used to ask people that, people used to be like, how you do that? But you have been able to find a way to be able to lose weight. And a lot of this stemmed from what it was that you were overcoming. In fact, you showed us your before and after picture. And when I tell you, you guys, she don't even look like who she used to be. When I say even just her face and her energy, you know how you can see someone's energy in a picture? You look like a totally different person. And so can we talk about what was it that, even if it's encompassed in the book, what was it in you, Brittany, that decided that, or was it on purpose or what, that I'm going to lose this weight or I'm going to transition into the Brittany Wilder of who it is that I'm actually supposed to be? Because you're a totally different woman of the Brittany that I saw in that before and after picture.
Woo, that is a loaded question. Let me start. Look, let me start. What was it? It honestly was the fact that I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, y'all. I don't know if you've ever gotten to that place where you're tired of doing the same things, same trauma responses, literally the same things happening, especially with dating the same person with a different name, different face, right? Just all these different toxic cycles that I was going through that I was sick and tired of. And I knew I needed to do a deeper healing. Something wasn't right. And I needed to dig deep to figure out what it was. I've recognized that there is a cycle when it used to come to my eating. I would emotionally eat. And so the other part of that was simply getting my emotions in check, like being real and honest with ourselves. A lot of the times we're so busy. We're so quick to be busy to do this or to start this business and to do all these different things that we don't sit down with ourselves and just start to realign with ourselves and honestly God, because that's the other portion of it, is that God wants us to have all the great things. He wants us to feel good about ourselves. He wants us to be confident, to show up looking amazing. He wants us to, look our best and feel our best and our body be on fleek, right? He wants all that for us. And so simply believing that and coming into alignment with what God wanted for me is what it was that caused me to do the healing, to do the hard work so that I could end up here. And at first I did not know that weight loss would be what happens after that, right? I just was trying to feel good. But what came with that was once I started letting go of the mental and the spiritual and the emotional weight, well, the physical weight just flew off of me. And I mean, literally flew off. So that's what it was.
Okay, listen, and I don't know if y'all caught it. She ain't said that she took the Ozim.
Mm-mm.
She didn't say that she took some pills. She didn't say that she put on the girdle. It was really making a decision. And these are the things that she is helping women. Listen, if y'all want to know how to drop that weight in 30 days or less without taking any kind of pills, without real no pills, exercise, and surgery, and you want to work on keeping that weight off, y'all need to make sure that you get with my girl, Brittany Wilder. We'll make sure that we'll have her repeat her website again for you guys towards the end. Okay, so let's go ahead and ship. Thank you so much. That's so good. Like think about it, y'all. And if that was good, I want y'all to drop a money sign in the chat. Drop a money sign in the chat if that resonated with you at all. So let's get to Dr. Rashida, because you talked about imposter syndrome. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all know it's certain things that will make, well, I don't know if y'all know this. It's certain things that will make me emotional. And one of the things I think that makes me the most emotional is when we have those intimate moments. And I'm talking about with y'all. And you come to me, or, because it's like confirmation that Taria, all this hard work, you know what I mean? It's truly of value. And I don't want to put it out there, Dr. Rashida, what you said. I see you looking up too, girl, because I'm like, oh, because we have been connected for years. And you have plugged in, you're plugging in now. And I'm just so excited. But you said something to me, and you can share that if you want to. I won't put it out there. But what I will tell you is it's so in alignment with what you're talking about, what you talk about. Because all of us sometimes have those challenges. And even coming from the industry that we both know each other from, you get that syndrome as well. And so talk to me, what made you say that it's time for me to talk about imposter syndrome? And what is it that we can look forward to when it comes to Dr. Rashida Jackson?
Whew, that was a loaded one. So without being emotional, again, yes, you and I have been connected for years, but there are seasons in our lives, right, where we are just somebody else and we're being somebody else. And I, like you, we talked about this briefly. Like, I was so tired of hearing people talk about imposter syndrome when they were taking on the cliche or the like the industry, right? People just start talking about it. But then when you really experienced it, you know what it's like. And I'm like, this is a process that people need to be healed from. It's not something that is clinically diagnosed, but if it were, then what would be the next step? And really, just to get into a little bit of it personally, I had my first child at 16. And so for the last 31 years of my life, I've been raising children. And so there was no space for me to really pursue my dreams, because my life had to be about them achieving theirs and them not being a statistic. So in that space, I could not freely be myself because I needed to be a mother. And then in the corporate space, you know that you come in, and because of society, you have the belief that the odds are stacked against you. One, because you're female, and then two, because you're African American, Black, whatever, however, we want to label ourselves. Society tells us that we are the bottom of the bottom. And I break that off of people right now. So let me tell y'all right now, we are not. We are the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. We are the lenders and not the borrowers. I just had to say that. But with that, I realized that we go into spaces, we change our vernacular, the way that we talk, the way that we carry ourselves, simply for the acceptance of other people and the acceptance of society and the acceptance of the environment that we're in, when in all actuality, there's a plan for our lives for us to be the greatest version of who we really are. And so I attack this by, first of all, learning how to free myself from it. Now I don't have to be mommy. I'm still mommy, but now I'm raising adults. When my youngest child is 18 years old, getting ready to graduate high school, I don't have to be just mommy. I can be who God called and ordained me to be, who he assigned me to be from the very beginning. Yeah, there's been, ups and downs. There have been changes, there's been detours, there's been a marriage, let me say that, a 15-year marriage that ended in a divorce. There's been children, there's been schooling, education, there's been all of these things. And it's just now that I get to be me. And so what can you expect from me? Everything, because number one, I believe that my life is better because I have a mindset to serve. So I am not above doing any menial task that is required or that's asked of me in a space with people that I love, where reciprocity is received. So if you had come to me on any day and said, Dr. Rashida, I need you to, can you please just help me? I would have dropped everything, been right there, because my life is about service. And I've learned that. But there's a part of me that has just not been able to be where I needed to be, in the spaces that I needed to be, where I could feel myself and where I could feel loved and appreciated. Yes, I followed you for years from a distance. I watched you take your steps. I watched you take your leaps. I watched you take your bounds. I watched you reset. I watched you pivot. And I said, now is the time, because now I have no distractions, nothing. And when you are in a place, imposter syndrome has so many levels, and so many things. But when you're in a place where right now, I'm mommy, I got to be everything to somebody else, right? And I can't stop what I'm doing, what they need, to focus on me. So I say to all of you today, what can you expect from me? A push, a push down a hill, a push up a hill, whichever way you need to go. That's what we're going to do, because I've learned how to be the best version of myself. And I want that for all the people that I come in contact with, where I can teach them to love, and I can love them and love on them completely.
Come on now. Yes. Amen. I love it. I love it. Y'all, I'm so excited. This is such a great day. And I see all of you guys in the chat. Don't worry. I'm going to pull the chat up in a second. Just want to give everybody a chance, because we are highlighting our amazing author all-stars. Again, we had over 1,000 applications. We did over 200 interviews, y'all. And listen, there are some people who will tell you, no, we did not approve everybody. If we did over 200 with 1,000, we had to narrow it down. And so we wanted to find the best of the best. I know you just from hearing them so far, you like, wow, you got some dope people, right? Let's go ahead and swing it to Asia. So Asia, you talked about, not staying silent. And I don't know if you came up like it. You would think you did talk about this in your family. We came from the same kind of family where what goes on this house stays in this house. And unfortunately, when you learn things like that as a young child, we also learn that, the mind my business syndrome. We learn the, if it ain't concerning me, it's not my business, and I'm not gonna worry about it. Just different things. And I think it creates this mentality of being vulnerable, telling your truth, instead of the faking it until we make it thing that everybody does. It's like being authentically true to yourself had been at one time a space where, no, that's not okay. You can't be talking about the stuff that you're going through or trying to call somebody out. What made you, in a time where we still kind of like in a space where it's a lot of fugazi. Let's just be honest. You are making a decision to be vulnerable and tell your truth. Why now?
Okay. So I was in a dark place when I started to write Right to Remain Silent. I was on the verge of a divorce. My husband had just had major heart surgery. Didn't know if he was going to make it. Like everything just seemed like it was going down, and it triggered from me growing up in the household, as well as like whatever goes on in this house stays in this house, and being threatened if I said something, I'll get smacked up, you know what I'm saying? And in my household, we didn't believe in going to seek therapy or help. And in my household, it was a single parent household, and I was forced to be the mother to my siblings as well as my mother. In a sense, she was there, she was present, but then she wasn't present. So with me having to balance all of that and also take care of myself, also go to school, I resorted in like not saying anything of fear of being ostracized, fear of if I said something, you know, my mother will reject me. And so writing this book, I was like, you know, it was, I had an aha moment one day. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired. Whether my family, not execute, whether my family stopped talking to me, it's fine. Like, I'm going to break this generational curse. I'm going to be the one who bruised the head of the enemy. I'm going to be the one who tells the truth. I'm not going to no longer be silent anymore. And so that's what how Right to Remain Silent came about. Like, I refuse to be silent about what's going on, and on the inside it was tearing me up, y'all. I had even got to a point where I almost committed suicide, and I talk about it in my book, where it just felt like the whole world was just following down, and it just wasn't from adulthood, but it was everything that I was carrying over from my childhood, like the trauma, the abandonment, the rejection, the having to deal with the weight of the world. And it just got to a point I had the gun in my hand, y'all, and I was about to end it all. But God, like, I think the gun jammed. Something happened where it didn't go off. And that was my signs, like, the Lord saying, okay, look, your job is not done. Your assignment is not done. And I used to ask the Lord, like, where are you at? And he responded back, I'm in the same place when my son was when he died on the cross. He was like, I'm with you every step of the way. So that led to Right to Remain Silent, to break the silence. And it's a lot of silence is going on in the homes today, especially starting in the child in elementary, because that's where mine started at. And I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have anyone that I trusted, that I can talk to. And that shaped my identity. I didn't know who I was. I was believing what everyone else said who I was and what I was supposed to do and who I was supposed to be, instead of, you know, believing in me. I didn't have that moral support where someone spoke life into me. So I wanted to flip the script and say, you know, I'm going to be the one that speaks life into others. I'm going to be the ones that say, like, you know, if you feel like you don't have anybody, look, I know exactly how you feel. I'm here with you, and we're going to get through this together. And so I didn't show my book. I was like, I'm so nervous. I didn't show my book. So this is my book, Right to Remain Silent. And so I'm like, I'm no longer going to be bound to this prison of darkness, and that I'm going to be free no matter what the cause, whether it means
You're muted, Taria.
I'm sorry, Asia girl. You was just spitting knowledge too. I don't even know what I just did. Hold on. There she go. There you go. Okay, go ahead. Say what you were saying.
Oh, I didn't forgot now. No, I was just saying, like, I was going to be that pillar to say, like, you know, no longer am I going to be subjected to fear, because it was fear that was holding me back from, you know, speaking my truth and not having the support. And the one thing that I realized while writing this book and going on this journey, the enemy, one thing is, he doesn't want you to make a sound. Right? It's the sound that changes the atmosphere. It's the sound when you speak, you change, you shift atmosphere. And he didn't want me to shift my atmosphere at all. So that's why I believe that I was silent. And it just wasn't only him, but it was the generational curses. It was passed down from one generation to the next. And there was no generational curse breakers. And so I'm like, I'm going to be the one to bruise the enemy head. I'm going to be the one to cut this off right now. This will not go any further. It won't go past me at all. And it all just started with me saying yes.
Love it.
So,
Love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely, guys. And you guys, I promise y'all, wait till y'all see the comments. The comments are on fire. Just powerful information, just truly powerful information. Let's go ahead and go over to Kowano. And she is literally all about building up your confidence. Can you tell me, Coco? I know you just told us a little bit of your story, but what made you decide specifically on the space of building up confidence to the point where you're doing events centered around confidence? You're teaching people how to step into their brilliant zone by eliminating the confidence. I mean, by adding to their confidence, not then eliminating the fear. What made you decide that this is what I specifically want to coach on?
So when I went through my little trauma of, you know, the domestic violence and being a single mom, I actually didn't even know I wanted to be a coach or write a book. And then I want to say I was going through all of my healing process. When I, like, you know, Asia, I almost committed suicide in 2012. And going from that moment to healing myself. And then in 2017, I think that's when I started connecting with you, and I got in my first, you know, writing my first book and all of that. And I was still going through the process of figuring out what I wanted to do, because in 2020 is when I actually started to actually start coaching. But 2021 is when I was like, okay, I really started finding the passion about confidence, because I started seeing that people was comfortable where they are. They didn't believe in themselves. Like we all, so many people actually show the outside and it looks good and it's pretty. You get the compliments, but it's the inside that matters. You know, it keeps, you know, when you believe in yourself, it shows. It shows in your speaking, it shows in your walk, it just shows when you are confident. And a lot of people hide what they're not confident in. So they won't speak about it. They're just comfortable with doing what they're used to doing, that they know is easy to do. And so when I'm actually, this is the Power of Confidence is actually my second confidence book. And I wanted to just start showing people how to build confidence daily, not every blue moon, not once a day, but just when life happens, on how to still have that confidence. You know, I've gone through the domestic violence. I've gone through the struggles of raising my son, who's now 25. I've gone through the financial struggles. I've gone through the, you know, wanting validation from people, when I had to really find out who I was. Am I enough? Because when I was going through the domestic violence, mentally, I didn't know who I was, because all of the negative stuff started, the verbal abuse just pushed me down. So I didn't believe in myself. And so many people, even in their careers or even in their weight loss, they just don't have the belief to change. So that's why I wanted to teach people, you know, professional career women and entrepreneurs, on how to have confidence building strategy consistently. I call it the confidence kit. So you got to have something every day, even when life is not looking the way you want to. And on top of that, just believing that God is going to give you the confidence that you need in everything and walk the way with you. And then, of course, having the confidence in God in everything that you pray about, that you believe in, even when it's not going to show up on your time, but on his time. So that's why I teach the strategies of different things to having the confidence that you need daily.
Yes. Yeah. Y'all see how when you break it down and you hear the story, you're like, okay, this is good, right? This is great. All right, Inga. And last but definitely not least, Inga. So, first of all, I'm so proud. Inga was actually one of our top award recipients as well, top income earners. She's just killing it right now. And like she said, I remember when she first came and Inga was selling everything under the sun. I said, Inga, let's niche it down. What is it that you love to do, or what is it that you know how to do? She's like, well, I've helped people get money before in funding. I was like, wait, what? What? Yeah, I need that. I need some funding, right? And so I actually have invested into not just her funding program, but also just helping me with getting my personal credit, my business credit, getting my businesses established, and all of that. But Inga, I want to know, you talked about this thing about getting funding and things of that nature, and now you have your book, Wake the F Up, right? What made you decide, though, just based on what you're doing, based on what you've been through, what made you decide that it was time to get into the space of telling women specifically, and those smart men, right? Because I believe a man that partners with women, great guy, even if they say it's women based, you should still do it. What made you decide to write this book, Wake the F Up, especially when you are in the space of helping people to get those funds?
Yeah. So I'm glad you asked that question. First of all, I feel so empowered just listening to all the stories. But if you put together collectively what we all just talked about, that's the reason. The reason is the things that, if I think about all the clients that I've ever worked with, and I don't share a lot, but I've been a tax accountant for the last 20 years. I started out $20 in a cell phone, and I've worked from kitchen tables to celebrity clients, mainly athletes. And the one thing that's common in any kind of financing space for me is that every single person, including myself, will get to a certain level, and there's a brick wall that comes because we have to deal with ourselves. And I literally talked about this last week also, probably think Thursday on another live, that when we get to certain levels, the bigger the level, the bigger the devil. And we can be at the purpose with the things that we're supposed to do in our life. The money's going to come, the access is going to come. But we find ourselves, depending on what room we're in, lacking confidence. We find ourselves, depending on where we are, who we're talking to, that trauma, something's a trigger and it bubbles up inside of us. And now, as a woman going into a certain age, because I stay in denial, but I'm trying to embrace it, it is really time to wake the F up. Even I want to say that Dr. Rashida talked about it. The kids are settled and gone to school. And I'm finding more and more that clients, especially women, but also some men, are finding themselves in that space where all of my excuses are out the window. I'm getting to a certain age where I'm out of excuses. I can't follow people anymore. My husband's gone, left, passed away. Life has changed for me, and it's time for me to stop hiding from myself, stop being an imposter of myself, and deal with who I am. And so no matter how much I talk about money, you are still going to be in the room. We can move to Dubai, we can travel to Ghana, we can get several new relationships, but you are still the common denominator in everything that's happening in your life. And one day you got music, and that music is going to be between you and God. And so wake the F up, Taria. You know, I started writing this book in a boot camp with you 3 years ago, did the whole book and just sat on it. And now finally, I feel like God is even talking to me like a woman going into a certain age, and it's truly time to wake the F up. And all those F words, they continue to come to me. I want to add the word 50 slowly now, 50 into that. But your life, our life is evolving. And so I can talk about money and help people with their credit and help them get the funding. But when they get the money, because their levels are growing, their life is going to get in the way, and we have to face it. Thinking about what Coco said, and thinking about even the weight for me. If I think about what Brittany said, in the last month, I've literally lost 14 pounds. It was stress. It was worry. It was not really taking care of myself. It was my faith. It was so many things. But as the weight started falling off, literally, it is sliding off because I really am in that space of waking the F up. And so I'm talking about, if I take it even further back, I've been in federal prison, right? And what did I do? What are the steps? Because this is what we learn as part of being an author all-star is, what have you done in your life that you could teach to somebody? I started over from scratch in my 40s to have to rebuild my life. I used my faith. I used my finances. I used my freedom. I used my ferociousness, all of these F words to get me through the darkest place of my life. And so now is the time to wake the F up. And now is the time to put everything that we've ever known in our life together, regardless of your age, but especially in the age of moving to the next level of your life. We're going to get to certain levels where it's time to face you, and you can kick down the door and get in more rooms when you deal with the things that we left behind. And I believe that even all of us on this panel are proving that we're ready to do that, to get to that level where you are unstoppable, you are fearless, ferocious, and feeling incredibly amazing because you can stand tall in your confidence, y'all. Can I get y'all in one room for a women's event? It's a retreat on this call right now. Don't make me go off. But I'm telling you, it's the freedom of being who you are. Put it all together, and we literally all right now on this call have woke the F up. And tell the people in the comments to drop the chat because I know you're on fire. Let's go. And so that's really what it's all about. This is why we're here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, ladies, so much, man. If this is what we can expect for the remainder of the event, y'all, it's just gonna be lit. And so, real quick, I'm just gonna have you, real quick, everybody, tell us how to get in touch with you. I know I mixed up the order a little bit, so we just gonna start on the top right-hand corner with Dr. Rashida. Everybody, how can we get in touch with you, Dr. Rashida?
Hey, you guys. Well, you can reach out to me at I am Rashida with one E. .com, and you can check us out. You can call my office if you need to at 954-770-1796. I'd be glad to speak with you. I am Rashida.com or 954-770-1796. And my live assistant will take your call. We look forward to talking to you. Thank you. This has been awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And Brittany Wilder, darling, how can we get in touch with you?
Yes, so you can reach me at www.dropweightin30.com. That's www.dropweightin30.com. Get your free ebook. Let's get ready to go. Get all the events that are happening. So many different things with weight loss and wellness that are coming at you guys. It's going to be an amazing year, and I look forward to working with you.
Oh, absolutely. Asia, darling, how can we get in touch with you?
Okay. You can contact me at www.rebirth, that's REBYRTH enterprise.com, or hello@rebirthenterprise.com. Thank you so much. It was a joy.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for being here. And Kawano, how can we get in touch with you, darling?
You can go to My Confidence is Key and be able to receive more information on how you can actually connect with me from there.
All right. And last but not least, Inga Nicole, how can we get in touch with you?
Yes, guys, you can go to www.getgrantsdaily.com. You're going to apply for some free money today and stay in touch with me because we got so much more going on. And also there, you can even get started in our 15-day Wake the F Up Challenge. www.getgrantsdaily.com.
I love it. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here. You guys, wasn't that just an amazing panel? And we've got more. We've got 3 more panels that are coming up, y'all. So I am just so grateful. Ladies, I love you so much. Love you to life. This was empowering. I just want to shout out. We got on Instagram. Stephanie says, God, you led me to this live. It's like she's telling my story. Wow. Let me see what else y'all said over here in the chat. Let me try. I'm not gonna go all the way to the bottom, but let me just see. Let me see. Okay. And then all of my authors, make sure y'all go to the link as well so y'all can type in the chat. We got a lot of people watching on the YouTube. So make sure to go over there. Karen, she says, amazing ladies. Daria says, hello, authors. Hello, BPC fam. Dropping those money signs in the chat. Yep. Yep. The money sign. Money in the atmosphere. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Period. Heard head and not the tail. Amen. Speak it, Dr. Rashida. Speak your truth. She says, say that. Wow. Pivot and shift. Amen. This is good. Absolutely, guys. Look at our chat. The chat is just on fire. You guys are on fire. It's just amazing. Thank you guys so much. Sharing the stories. Amazing. Yes, indeed. This is good. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, everybody who is tagging and getting people in. Now, if you guys want to enter to win, I'm going to do a drawing after the next panel, but we're going to be doing some more. So we've got some stuff to give away. If you want to enter to win, y'all, what you need to do is you're going to have to go over here to this link right here, live.authorallstars.com, register, okay? Register. Then it'll tell you when you go to register. So you must put your information in. Then it'll tell you how to join us live in the YouTube, okay? If you're watching on any other social media platform and you want to win some of the stuff, you got to be over in the YouTube because we are going to draw your name and you got to be here. Because ain't nobody paid to be here, so you got to be here, right? So you got to make sure that you show up because trust me, when I tell you some of the giveaways, you're going to be like, I should have registered, okay? Now, Author All-Stars, y'all can't register, okay? I'm talking about our guests. So all the All-Stars, y'all can't register. Your win is that you are one of the 50 Author All-Stars who also received the Lifetime Achievement Award. Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and play some more videos. We've got our second panel about to come up. So let's go ahead and get into our videos. Hold on one sec. Let me make sure I set it up right so that okay, hold on one sec. Let me pull it up. Oh, okay. We still got it up. Okay. Let's go ahead and play our second round.
3, 2, 1. Hey, my name is Dr. Lena Payton Webb, and I empower coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs, as well as corporations, to create additional streams of income as well as increase their impact with self-help books, custom coloring books, workbooks, and journals. My social media is pagestопроfits.com, pagestопроfits.com, and the name of my book is Coloring Outside the Lines in Business and in Life. And what it does, it tells you how to use those adversities, those tests, and those trials within your business and everyday life.
Hi, I'm Tamaris Moore. I am a pastor, a leader, an educator, and an author. I have recently published 2 books, Destiny Amplified, a 21-day devotional to reclaiming your soul, and most recently, The Awakening Prophetic Vision, Reviving the Great Commission Post-Pandemic. I started this writing journey because I wanted to help individuals realize their destiny and to live out the full potential that God has created them to do. You can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Amplify Destiny, and I can be reached directly at www.amplifydestiny.com.
My name is John Porter. I'm a best-selling author, transformational speaker, and coach. Life has a funny way of having you focus on your goals and your purpose. I'm a recently retired 23-year law enforcement officer in Bibb County, and this is the second season of my life. I've been called to people for books, speaking, and coaching opportunities. I've actually written 5 books. My first 2 books were the 12 P's of dating, and I was trying to help young people as well as middle-aged people navigate through dating when the dating pool has pee and poop in it. And as fate would have it, my 3rd book, Mending the Broken Soul, I was going through a bad breakup and I had to get these emotions out. And so I'm called to the people that have been in relationships, that have gone through periods of hardship with the relationship and trying to help them navigate to become healthy, healed, and whole. And as fate would have it, my 4th book, Conquering the Cave, was the best-selling book. And I am super duper proud of this one because it talks about the last 2 years of my life and overcoming obstacles. This is a jewel. And I'm called to the brothers that are dealing with heavy issues. This book will help you navigate through. My name is John Porter. I'm a best-selling author. I can be followed on Facebook at John Porter and Instagram, the official John Porter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Karen Larkin. I'm the author of Peace Within These Walls. I'm an interior designer that helps entrepreneurs that are struggling with anxiety, stress, and depression create peaceful and tranquil environments that will promote productivity and creativity, decrease stress and anxiety, all while promoting your overall well-being. And I'm telling you, your atmosphere plays a major role in the outcomes in your life. Your atmosphere, you are the product of your atmosphere. So let me help you today create peace in your life. So go to www.createpeaceathome.com and let's begin to transform your space.
Hi, I'm Pastor Richard Larkin. I help pastors, preachers, ministry workers, lay leaders, and educators add value to their communities by learning to write the right book. I'm the author of What Do I Do Next? 10 Steps to Becoming Who God Created You to Be. And I created that book as a guide onto how to win in your personal relationships as well as in your relationship with God. For me, it was the answer to a question that I asked myself during a season of darkness when I was unsure and uncertain of which way I needed to go. If you want to connect with me, please visit 6daycontent.com. That is the number 6. So it's www.6daycontent.com. Look forward to connecting with you. God bless.
Hi, my name is Dr. Iris Wright. I help people heal through the hands of injustice through writing. I have a unique story, but it's not unique, if that makes sense to you. But I was once 004-00319 inmate. That was my inmate number. I was facing over 20 years incarceration for a crime I didn't commit. It caused me to lose my child. It took me almost 5 years to get her back. And it took me over 20 years to be able to heal from it. So through writing, I was able to heal from the hands of injustice. So I empower women to heal through the hands of injustice. So through my empowerment, I have my book series, Injustice Volume 1 and Volume 2. We're now currently on Volume 3 that I use to help people heal. And these books has changed my life and so many other people's lives when going through the hands of injustice. I show them how to elevate to their next level, to find their purpose and their passion. I always tell, one of my sayings is, a closed wound is not a healed wound. So with that being stated, you have to heal your wounds so you can elevate and live that purposeful life that you deserve. My name is Dr. Iris Wright. So if you have been through any type of injustice and you need help with healing and elevating to your next level, you can find me on iris-wright.com. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Lena here. So listen, I wanted to tell you why you should come to the next Author All-Stars. It is the event for us, by us. We aren't celebrated enough. The work that we do, we put into our books and our craft, it's a celebration of you and what you've done. So come on out, be amongst other authors, share your words, share your wisdom, and get the recognition you deserve.
Shout out to Taria Vision Avant for putting on a wonderful experience. This is my first time, and this has truly been good. Opportunity to network and connect and collaborate with some of the best authors. This is absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait till next year. The food is amazing, the people are amazing, and I had an amazing time. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, if you are enjoying Author All-Stars Day, make sure that you go over to authorallstars.com. Check out our digital magazine. All you have to do is go to authorallstars.com, and right here on the page, you're going to see where you can click to get a digital copy or to view the digital copy. And then when you get here, you're going to see our first magazine at the top, which is this year's magazine. Just simply click on the 4 arrows that are pointing out on the right-hand side, which will make it go full screen. And then you can flip through and see your favorite authors. So make sure to go through and check us out, guys. We have over 50 amazing authors who are impacting the world. You can just go and click and see and check all of their details out. So again, hope you guys are enjoying Author All-Stars Day on December the 15th. Let's go ahead and get back to the show. Yes, wasn't that nice though? I don't know what happened to the audio on the other one. Yeah, I was trying to share y'all some stuff, but that's okay. We're gonna get to it. Listen, y'all. Oh, you know what? It's one that's missing, so I'm gonna add one in there. Let's get into these chats. So we're getting ready for our next panel, y'all. And again, it's just gonna be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And so thank you guys. And all those, aren't those videos nice? Okay, listen, I'm telling y'all, next year, I'm gonna just say it again. You're not going to find another community, because it ain't just me, but you're not going to find another community that has a tremendous desire to find more ways to highlight, elevate, to empower, to show that they're being seen than you will with the community that we're building here. And when I promise you every day, that is my top prayer. What are more ways? And so again, this just goes to why we over communicate, because it's always different ideas, different opportunities. I always tell people, listen, if you don't want the opportunities, maybe go somewhere else. But I'm going to tell you over here, drop the $sign in the chat if you know that BPC, Author All-Stars, the family that we have here, that's all we do is bring opportunities. I really don't know anybody that's not going to want more opportunities. And so when I even look at the videos of everybody sharing their intros, I think about the conversation that we had from the event. And then I think about what we're going to do next year. Listen, Friday is going to have to be like a full day almost. Well, not full, because I want us to be dressed to the nine like we did again. Custom outfits if you want to, or just go and get you a nice tailored dress, right? Y'all, some of these outfits that y'all had on, I was like, oh, can I get that off of your back? Okay, I can't fit it. So I'm going to have to, get right so I can put it on, but can I get it off your back? Everybody was just dressed amazing. So I tell you, you're not going to find another community close to what it is that we're building here. And I'm just so grateful to be amongst amazing men and women. So next year, just to kind of put it out there, it's going to be about an hour early that we're going to get there. And so, because we want to make sure that people have enough time, because we had some people that, didn't get a chance to talk to everybody in the group. I mean, this is how amazing this event was. It was like, oh my goodness. I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. I don't even know how to tell you. I have done events since 2000 and let me see. The first event I did was on my own, 2012. Might have been 2011. I've been doing events for years. And anybody that ever does events, you already know, once the event is over, you tired. This was the one year where I was so fired up. I was like, I'm ready to go do something else. But then, of course, like after it kicked in, after I left the building. So I was like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep the party going. I'd already reached out to DJ Sway. Y'all know who DJ Sway is. I said, listen, we need you the next year because we need you to come and turn up with us, okay? So not only is it going to be a dinner, not only is it going to be awards, but we are also going to have an after party. Yes, baby, we having an after party. We're going to turn up. We're going to dance. We're going to turn up to it like it's 1999. So I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to be in the building. It's now time for us. Y'all ready for a party? Okay, we're going to have a party. Okay, I'm just saying. So are y'all ready for our next panel? Let's give it up. This is our next panel, guys. That's going to just be dropping again some amazing stuff, amazing nuggets, all that good stuff. I'm so grateful for these beautiful young ladies. And y'all, don't worry. We got some fellas that's joining us today, too. As you can see, we have men. I want to just put this out there, too, right? We also have a community of men. And one of the things I was sitting and I was talking to one of our BPC members, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, who we about to bring up. And I said, you know what? We need to have like a men's corner. Because you know how sometimes, the men feel like, well, is this a place for me? It is. And so to my fellas, y'all, we are planning some stuff where we're going to make sure that not only are you seen amongst the community, but you are also building community amongst yourself. Because I understand the power of having men amongst our community, but I also understand the power of having camaraderie amongst yourselves. And so we're going to build that up. Don't worry. We got some more things coming in store. Yeah, want to do it. So let's go ahead and bring on some of these ladies. Let me see. We have 5 of us. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to pull up this one right here. Yes, darling. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up for now. We're going to bring up these ladies. Hold up, y'all. I want to add the banner back real quick. I'm going to add it back. And then I'm going to put my Gemma Drew. Yes, there it is. I'll switch myself to go over to there. I don't really know how to do it like that until I bring y'all on. So let me just bring y'all on, okay? Let's go ahead and bring on Dr. Iris Wright, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, Karen Larkin, and my girl Tam. I don't know. I don't see her on camera, but I'm going to pull her up here anyways. And so, okay, it looks like we can see everybody. And let me just make sure I'm going to move it up a smidge so everybody can be on the screen, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure y'all all can be seen. How y'all doing today, ladies? Y'all looking good?
Hi.
Everybody on mute. What's up?
Hi.
How y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
Amazing. Thank you.
Happy Author All-Star Day.
Hello, hello.
Well,
Woo,
I'm sorry. I said, listen, this is such a great day. A day to recognize us as authors impacting the world. And so let's go ahead and get into it. First, I'm just going to have each one of you guys introduce yourself, as well as let us know about your book. Okay, so I see you, the light up mic in the crew. Come on, Tam. Okay, where my the light up mics at, right? Okay. Anyway, we got a whole crew too of light up mics. I'm giving away some microphones today, so we'll talk about that. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with none other than Dr. Iris Wright. I'm going to have you to introduce yourself and tell us about your book. You have the floor. And then y'all can go ahead and mute now, too. Y'all can mute now. So go ahead, Dr. Iris. You've got the floor.
Hi, guys. I'm Dr. Iris Wright. I help people, women, but everybody, heal through the hands of injustice. As an injustice survivor, it's important to me that we actually heal from it and not just move on from it. I have our Injustice book series. We're finishing up on volume 3. And I connect with people all around the world to write these books. So we have our Injustice book series and we have our Black Diamond Chronicles book series. And I'm excited. And you can connect with me on iris-wright.com.
Awesome. Thank you, darling. Thank you. And now we're going to go over to the beautiful, y'all see she look like, I think she's in her studio right now in Milledgeville, Georgia. Karen Larkin, go ahead and let us know about yourself, beautiful.
What's up, family? Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. And yes, I am in my studio. So my name is Karen Larkin. I'm an interior designer, but I help entrepreneurs that are dealing with anxiety, stress, just being overwhelmed. I help them create peaceful and tranquil environments that will cultivate productivity and creativity, decrease stress and anxiety, all while promoting your overall well-being. Well, I am the author of Peace Within These Walls, and it's actually a resource tool and it's a guide to help those create a peaceful environment. And I just recently saw in the great book in Colossians 3:15, you are called to live in peace. Chapter 3, verse 15. Read it for yourself. God has called all of us to live in peace. So I created the book, Peace Within These Walls. So you got to live in peace to be at peace. And I'm excited to be here. Love you guys.
Yes, excited to have you. Oh, that's good, honey. I like that. Make sure you drop that scripture, okay, so that we can make sure to follow up on it. Yes, we are called to be in peace. Okay, I love it. All right, let's go ahead down to Dr. Lena Payton Webb. The mic is yours.
Hey, BPC family and friends and guests. So my name is Dr. Lena Payton Webb, and I empower coaches, consultants, and even corporations to increase their impact as well as their income with self-help books, custom coloring books, workbooks, and journals. So the book I'll be talking about today is called Coloring Outside the Lines in Business and Life. And it just tells about my journey on how I realized my gifts, my talents, and now use that today in our business to help other people to scale their businesses using the tools that we create for them. Just showing that using whatever story you have, whatever expertise you have, to be able to use that to help other people on this side of heaven while we're here. But more importantly, I'm really excited about this, and this is totally off script. So did y'all see this? Do y'all get your hands on this yet? I am on page 21, if you want to know. So 21 through 24. And this thing here is amazing. So for all the authors that are on this cover and grace the inside of it, congratulations. This is a well put together publication. So if you're thinking about doing it next year, don't think, just do it. Just do it. So whatever your calling is or whatever you do in everyday life, it deserves to be in here. It deserves the recognition. So make sure you tap in and take advantage of these opportunities. But thank you so much. And I am your 2024 Author All-Star of the Year.
She didn't let me get a chance to announce
You can
it.
go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
I'm sorry. She is red personality, but she's a blue too. Okay, but y'all, let me just while we are saying it, because I was gonna have her speak at the end. We're gonna have her talk a little bit about it, but she actually is Dr. Lena Payton Webb, our 2024-2025 Author All-Star of the Year. We'll talk more about what that is, y'all. Let me just tell you, she's our top income earner, our top media platform positioner. She's the top speaker as well as the top bookseller. She has been able to do it all, and she is killing it. Took her business. I don't know if she 10x'd it. I don't know what it is, but I do know that next year, even the goal that she gave me as far as the number of people that she's going to impact, I just know it's going to increase dynamically because she's locking in major deals. So we're going to talk more about her being the other All-Star of the Year. And let's go ahead to our next, looking real snazzy with my favorite color on. Y'all know I get to call out when they rocking that red. Okay. My girl, Tam Moore. What's going on, love? The mic
What's
is
up? What's up? What's up? Testing 1 2. Can you hear me?
loud and clear.
Y'all hear me? Well, listen, I am super excited because this is not only the day that the Lord has made, but we're gonna rejoice and be glad in it with BPC, right? So listen, you guys, I am Tam Moore, affectionately known as the Inspirational Instigator. So yes, I instigate inspiration. Okay, you got the play on words. So I'm excited. I am the author of Stop Lying and Level Up. Stop Lying and Level Up. I wrote this book not just for myself, but for you too. And it's for people 47 and over, because that's my calling. I help people 47 years and older. I'm sorry, y'all, I got some new veneers, so I'm talking like Daffy Duck a little bit, but work with me. But I help people 47 and over not only tap into their God-given talents and their goals, I also help you identify what they are and help you monetize those. So 47 and over is because that 4 and 7 resonate very powerful in the Bible. It's all about your foundation, your core foundation. And something about people 47 and over, most of us, we're empty nesters. Most of us have reached the glass ceiling in our career, and now we're like, what's next? So I help you identify what's next, help you monetize it, and help you really live out your true calling on this planet. Because what I don't want to see, I do not want to see you take your gifts to the grave. All right, so check out Stop Lying and Level Up.
I love it. Come on, y'all, with the book snap in a circle. Y'all, fortunately, I ain't got my sound effects today because I'll be playing my sound effects, but that's okay. I'm fired up. And so it's funny because, all of you guys are just truly doing some incredible things, but I have different kind of personal connections with you all, just like I do with all of the Author All-Stars. But we've had different conversations, each and every one of you guys, on a one-on-one situation. I'm gonna talk to each one of you guys individually. And so I already know a little bit about who you are impacting and how you're impacting them, but I definitely want this audience to know even more. And so with you, Dr. Iris, we're going to start off with you first, because you talked about how you took a tragic situation. So we look at setbacks as setbacks for why is this happening to me? And I know that in the moment, sometimes it's hard to even see beyond the why is this happening to me? But you took something that for many, having a number that identifies you as a person outside of course, the social, but a number where that's where they call you by. And then making a decision that I'm going to take something where I was accused of something that I did not do. I'm not going to dwell on it because I know people that will just, I'm not going to do nothing about it, but I'm just going to complain and be upset about why this happened to me. You made a decision that I'm going to let this setback be a setup to help other people in this space. What made you say when you finally were able to get free, then you finally were able to get your daughter back, you're finally now in this space where it's like, you know what, let me just mind my business and stay focused. You said, no. I'm about to help other people, other women who are going through this. What made you decide to do that?
It wasn't that easy. It took me a long time. It took my children getting grown so I can focus on myself. And so I just started my healing process a couple years ago of now I need to open that wound that I closed, I need to open it so it can heal. So as I stated before, a closed wound is not a healed wound. It's still affecting you some type of way. So we need to learn how to heal. And I didn't even know healing was a real thing, but it turns out it is. I always thought people just say things to be saying it, and it's not a real thing. And just as peace, I didn't know that was a real thing. So these last couple of years, I had to figure out how I was going to heal and how I was going to elevate and evolve, because I felt like I was mentally captivated. So I was stuck. And after counseling, after tons of anger management, so it's a lot of things that people don't see that goes on in those years of processing all this information, especially for an 18-year-old or a young person, because we're just starting life. We're not mentally there to, have everything it takes yet to be able to handle all of that was going on there. So it took me a while, actually, Taria, but I have walked away from some young women, and I don't know what it is about God, because sometimes he's funny, because women I don't even know come up to me and tell me their story, and it sounds so similar to mine. And the only thing I could have done was get emotional and walk away from them. And I think that bothered me the most, because I could actually help them, and at least try to get them through their situation or give them some advice. But because I was so emotionally attached to it, I could not do that in me. I didn't have enough strength to do that. So that's why I tell people a woman's strength. When a woman finds her strength, she will find her identity. Because I had to find out my identity. Who am I? My kids are grown now. This has been going on over 20 years. I let it hinder me for so long. Who am I, and what am I supposed to do? Why did he allow me to go through this, right? And being stuck in survival mode, the way I was, I could not figure it out to save the life of me. So I had to learn how to process this and heal, and said, hey, this happened. I had to not let it hinder me. Sometimes we're thinking about what people may say about us, how they're going to look at us. And I had to have someone tell me, why do you care what these people think or feel about you? So I have a right to feel how I feel, but I also have a responsibility to be able to heal so I can move on and elevate and help other people. So I do believe that the Lord allows things to happen to us and us to heal from it so we can be able to help the people in our community.
Muted. Okay, I'm muted, but listen, it's a word. We have a responsibility to heal. I love that you shared that. And I also believe too, Dr. Iris, that we don't really go through anything for ourselves.
No.
Right. And so it is a responsibility. As long as God has continued to allow us to wake up, there's a reason for it. Otherwise, we'd be gone. We go to heaven, right? Okay, time served. Let's go, right? And so I love that you share that. It's our responsibility. And I'm just really grateful that you have gotten to a place where you are working on that, the healing process too. And guess what, y'all? Drop a $sign in the chat. If y'all know, even like what Dr. Iris said, like making the decision first to heal, but then understanding that it's a process. Like you always develop it. It's like every level of healing, they say new levels, new devils, right? Well, every level of healing is every level of learning something new about you that you need to still heal from, right? And so thank you for sharing that. Okay, well, we're going to go over to, okay, yeah, we still in the same order. So let's go to Karen. So Karen, you are so unique, and again, with what you do, because it's funny too. I'm gonna just say this. It's funny because when we always talk about the fact when we first got together and everything, right? But it's funny because when you first came, you was like, I'm a decorator, right? I do interior decorating. This is something that I'm gifted in. I'm great at. And then every single time you touch the mic, it's like people are calling you for something else and calling you for more. They want mentorship. They want coaching from you. And I remember us even having the conversation about getting into the space of mentorship. And I said, well, that in the decorating that you do, you already are mentoring people. And so, because you do it very uniquely, you don't just come in and say, here, I'm going to put something together, make what it is. Ooh, the ghetto, honey. Y'all saw the internet try to glitch. What we're not gonna do. So I have backups. So hopefully we good to go. Okay, right. We about to say something deep. So you go deeper. You're not just like, okay, what's your favorite color scheme? What type? I don't know nothing about the terminology of design, but you know what kind of style do you like? And then boom, you go decorate. No, you want to know about that person. So can we talk about, first of all, what got you into the space of decorating? And then what made you to be in the space where you are uniquely identifying what that person has gone through and where it is that they wish to be, and how you now put together a design space that is in alignment with the goals that they have? Can we talk about that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I love how we always start this out because I never saw myself in this space. And it's funny because of where I am today. And I give all honor and glory to God. It's nobody but God. But I will start off by saying this. Everybody out there know that there is already a plan and a purpose that's already on your life. It's funny because I stepped into this industry during the pandemic, and I really been doing it all of my life. But the crazy thing about it, I never knew that it was a gift. I honestly thought that everybody knew how to decorate where they live. And so I started out during the pandemic when, everybody was in their house. And I just started showing people how you can literally create a new space without spending a whole lot of money. And I thought I was just going to be, the decorator. On a dime or whatever. And so I literally had people start reaching out to me like, well, can you help me? And I'm looking like, help you? And then I said, sure. And the crazy thing, I had no idea about this industry. Didn't even know why I was doing some of the things that I was doing. And so I was working a job. And so my boss came in one day and said, I can't afford to pay you anymore. And she had to let me go. And I was like, okay. But deep down on the inside, I was really feeling some type of way because in my mind, I'm like, how am I, we had a daughter in college. How am I going to, you know, do what I need to do as far as home wise? And God said to me that I have given you a gift. And as long as you're working somebody else's job, you will always put me second, and I will never be second. So he had to shake some things up in my life to get me to do what he has called me to do. And I never knew this. I've never been to school for it. um Never really was interested, quote unquote, in interior design, but I love it. And I would just speak the language in the jargon, but never really knew why. And God used a young lady I'll never forget. I wanted to do a course because my thing was confidence. I knew what I was talking about, but I lacked confidence in what God really had truly gave me. And so in talking with her, God used her to speak to me that I already know it. It was already placed on the inside of me. I just was not confident in what I was saying to my clients. So I took that and I ran with it. And everything has just become full circle, and he is constantly showing me day after day after day. I started saying live in peace to be at peace, and I just recently saw it in the word of God. God has called all of us to live in peace. So when I go or when I have a client, I connect with my client in a way that still blows my mind. I can literally get to know a person in less than 15 minutes. And I say all the time, God is the one that gives me the vision in any and every space that I do. And I just run with it based on the gift that he has given me. But Taria, I must say this. It wasn't until last year, Authors All-Star, and a lot of people on here heard my story, had no plans on speaking. The Holy Spirit said, pivot and shift. And this is for everyone that's out there. Life happens. Life happens to all of us. I was given a diagnosis, and the Holy Spirit said, now you have to pivot and shift. So the very thing that I talk about, the very thing I tell my clients about, we live in an environment not for where we are, but for where we're going. And it's kind of hard sometimes to allow people to see that. But that word was for me because I was not my diagnosis. But God wanted me to know, even through that, I still have to do what he's called me to do. So now I just have to pivot and shift my life. And so that was a wake-up call for me. And now he has placed more things inside of me, but they all fall up under that same umbrella of living in peace. Peace is priceless. It's already on the inside of us. God has freely given it to us. So now it's time for us to tap into it so we can truly live in it, because he's already called us to live in peace.
Come on, y'all. Drop peace in the chat if you know that you've been called to live in peace. And I like to always say that it's not what happens to us, it's what we do with what happens to us. And I saw you, yes, we have challenging times, we have challenging days, but I've always seen you learn how to turn those challenges into opportunities. And then when you create the peace within creating the right spaces that Karen helps you with, guys, oh man, it's amazing. And I actually hired her. I know that she was like, girl. So I hired Karen to actually decorate my office that was in Houston. And then I went through what we call pivot and shift. I went through a pivot, and I decided that I was going to go on a year-long vacation. Now I know Karen was like, "No, we did that whole office space," but I told her, I said, "Listen, that's because we got bigger and better that is coming. That was just a temporary situation, but now we're about to move on." And I'm so excited because we were even talking about that. Listen, we working on finding a new location for a bigger location so we could do so much more with our clientele. We have so much that's happening, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to see you pivot and shift and know that you created peace. That's why I can trust you with my space too. So let's get into it. Okay, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, listen. So Lena also used her story. Every single one of us. It's crazy. Everything, this is the thing. Somebody was telling me the other day, Lena, they said, you don't act like an introvert, right? Because this naturally, I've had to come out of my shell and to become an alter ego, right? And you talk about colors and personality types and all that. And I've had to create this persona. And it clicked for me just the other day why I don't come off as introverted. Because I absolutely know, here I go, I'm about to cry, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that I am walking in my purpose. And when you know that you are doing what you have been called to do, it's hard to be quiet. It's like being a witness for God. You cannot not talk about what it is you love to do. And so I'm not introverted because I'm so confident. Now, I used to be very introverted when I was selling products and services that I wasn't really sure about, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because you also found your purpose in your setback. You went through a time period, and I'm going to have you to share it, where you lost something that sometimes we don't even think about, that we sometimes take for granted. And you took that opportunity because of what you had to do in your healing to then create an entire business off of it. So, Lena, can we go back to that point of when you got that diagnosis and you used that to now create the publishing business that now just had you to secure a multiple 5, she ain't gonna tell y'all, multiple 5-figure deal where she's also about to work with other communities and organizations doing just that. Can we get into it? Let's go ahead.
So yeah, there was a time, test is one thing, but a test that takes it doesn't just take from you, takes everything from you. So if you've ever imagined losing something or losing the very essence of who you are. So that's what happened to me. I was diagnosed with leukemia, and if that wasn't bad enough, the chemo treatment took my eyesight. So being a creative being a graphic designer and a therapeutic art coach, that was very devastating to me, on top of the already diagnosis that I had. So it took me to a place where I was, of course, depressed, distraught, didn't know what my purpose on life on earth was supposed to be. I just questioned everything. But I would later on use the same things that I do now, create coloring books and custom workbooks and journals. Those things helped me to overcome the challenges that I faced. And it took me, I was legally blind for 4 years. So for those 4 years, I couldn't do the things that I love to do. It was just me being in a dark space. But after I got, better, I was able to make things that resonated with me and looked like me. The coloring books I used to help me heal were coloring books that had Barney and Big Bird and ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. So I would use those coloring books to help me refocus and retrain my eyes. And I would use journaling to help me overcome the mental trauma that I had experienced over those years. So the combination of the two is some of the tools that I use. And so after I had healed up some, God said, okay, well, you've used these tools that I've instilled, these tools that I've given you to help you heal. Now you go out and help other people. So that's how my business came to pass. But when we first started, I was doing everything. I mean, I was doing every kind of graphic because I thought that was the calling. I thought that was the thing I was supposed to be creating, just help being creative. So I thought that was the thing. And then joining Book Profits Club, a little over a year ago, helped me niche it all the way down. And so I was doing ghost publishing for many, many years, and getting with the program, I niched it down under Costa Rica. And after that, the sky was the limit, and it's still the limit. So the heavens have opened up. So it's been an amazing journey to be able to walk in my purpose every single day. And it doesn't even seem like work. It just seems like I'm just doing what I'm called to do. And that's indeed what it is. It's indeed a gift. And I take every day as a blessing and another opportunity to do the things that he wants me to do, which is to help his people, to serve. And so I'm more than delighted to serve in that capacity. So we've been able to help a lot of people this past year, and going forward, just recently, we've been able to connect with a lot of different corporations and businesses, and even the city of Mobile here. So I'm doing some things here that's in the works. So I'm just really excited about the growth and the scale of our business and being able to impact more lives.
I keep mute myself every time, but I'm really excited about it as well. And I'm really excited as well with you being the author All-Star of the Year. We're going to talk a little bit about that again, and what it is that we're going to be doing for you for being the top author for 2024. But thank you so much. And thank you so much for trusting. In fact, the way that Lena actually found out about us, she joined our publishing course, because I have a course teaching you about growing your publishing business. And then she came to Ignite to Profits, right? That's where you came. You came to Ignite to Profits, and you joined our Inner Circle family, and then literally has taken off. You've been one of my, when it comes to coaching clients, probably, I mean, when I say just A1 on spot. And this is why I love being able to share your story, because like you said, you were able to narrow it down, niche it in a space, and really flourish. Now you've got so many BPC members who've got coloring books coming out, books published, all types of stuff. And so we'll talk more. I'm so grateful. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go to my girl, Tammy Tam Moore. And again, this is a young lady who I have been able to build a personal relationship with. In fact, the first time we were connected before then, but she does always talk about that first time she saw me speak as far as coaching was at the Lenox Mall Microsoft Store. And so when I tell you guys about doing those workshops, the free workshops and making the offer, I did them religiously, and she'll let you know, because that was years before the pandemic, y'all. And Tammy came to the event. I had on my workshop shoes, because you got to wear certain shoes when you're workshopping. You can't tell nobody about making money and you ain't looking like it, right? So I made sure I was looking like the money. I got some shoes, y'all, that I wear only for events. I don't wear them no other time. And Tammy came in, and when I tell you one thing I do remember about Tammy is her just being a ball of energy, on fire. She is the one, when she walks into a room, her energy immediately, it comes in before she walks in. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Fired up. And I've seen her in the years that we've known each other. We talk about pivot, right, Karen? I've seen her pivot so much. And I love what she is sharing now, because so I'm getting into that age too, where it's kind of like re-identifying yourself, in those your 20s and 30s, we just out here living life, living to the fullest, turning up, doing what we do. Maybe not turning up like I was. I used to live in Virginia. We was always in DC in the club doing all the things. And now, as I'm getting into my older years, I'm starting to look at life totally different. So let's talk about what made you make a decision that this was going to be your specific audience through your journey. And if you want to share portions of your journey that caused that to say, this is where I want to be and this is who I want to help.
Yeah, thank you, Taria, so much. And let me just give Taria a shout out, you guys. This whole office, everything you see, the mic, all of this, my friend Taria built my office for me. It's super cute, y'all. Y'all have to come over here to see it. She's the bomb. A whole nother avenue for her, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, so I'll share a little bit about my background. I've always been a ball of energy. I've always been very outgoing. I've always tried to do the right thing in life. But as I started to approach the age of 40, I went through this pursuit, this journey, like this quest to just being a better person on this planet. It wasn't like I was out there killing people and robbing and things, but I could be a little messy at times and get caught up in gossip and on the phone with somebody that should not be. And I saw other women who I would consider an influencer, like a Taria influencer, out there shaking and moving and turning that energy into positive things, right? So I started to look at my circle. I started to do some self-analysis. I started counseling. I hired a therapist. And at the age of 40, I went on this pursuit to just being better. By the time I was 47, my circle, I had kind of outgrew a little bit. And I was ready to embrace new people, new opportunities, new energy. And right around 47 is when I really honed in on, why am I here? Why did God create me? And what am I supposed to be doing? Because it don't look like my life right now. It don't look like what it should be looking like, right? And so I started looking at folks around my age, and I'm like, okay, I want to be, at a very successful place in life. I want to be to overcome some of my childhood challenges. I want to really transform lives. And how do I do that, God? So I did the work. So now my specific audience is 47 and older. And that is the numbers 4 and 7 in the Bible are very, very relevant numbers. And I look at folks 47 and over, and they seem to be a little stuck. And what I mean by stuck, again, they've reached the glass ceiling. The kids are out the house. Maybe they're going through a divorce or separation, whatever it may be. Maybe they've been single a very long time. They're like, what's next for me? Maybe they've done so well in their career that they're like, I want to be an entrepreneur now. Whatever it is, it's something about the age of 47 when people take that internal look and start saying, why am I here? So I honed in on this audience. My goal is to help you unpack the things that you tell yourself in your head. Stop Lying and Level Up is a book to help you unpack how to get over assumptions. We have a problem always assuming what somebody else is thinking. You walk in the room, a person don't speak. Oh, she acting kind of funny. She could have just got a diagnosis. She could be healing through something. One of her children could be in the hospital. So my goal is to assume positive intent all the time. The other thing is how to overcome shame and limiting beliefs. See, guilt and shame are two different things, but they're both very significant. Guilt is, oh my God, I feel bad for doing that. But shame is like, you're horrible, Tammy. You're horrible, Taria. You're no earthly good. So helping people overcome the spirit of shame, because it is a demonic spirit to me. The other thing is really overcoming limiting beliefs, not believing who you really are and whose you are. And I will tell you this, when you really know why God has called you on this planet and what your purpose is, nothing can stop you. Not social media. You don't need likes and validation and all that hysteria. You don't need that. You don't need all those accolades. Even though we all want to feel appreciated, we want some type of recognition in life, but you don't just strive on it. That's not your default system. So my whole purpose is to help people 47 and older that's at that place of life where they're mature enough to know that something needs to change, but yet, oh my God, the world has changed. We got social media now. I haven't been on a computer in 20 years. I'm still using Microsoft Word to make flyers. Oh my gosh, what's a funnel? You talk about the thing you put in your car to change oil? Like that age group still struggle with this whole social media landscape. So not only do I help you overcome some of those powerful challenges like shame, guilt, and belief, I also help you understand how to dominate in the social media marketplace. So if that makes sense, that's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing. And I'm excited that I'm a part of BPC, you guys, because I want to share something with you. I was a part of this amazing ceremony this past weekend with Taria. And right here, y'all, right here in the Book Prophets Club, I was presented with this amazing plaque. And it's extremely heavy, right? This right here is a testament that if you keep God first, hone in on your gifts and talents and execute them, and then find a way to monetize that, you will be living out your true potential on this planet, and you'll tap into your true calling. You'll never have to work for anybody else again if you can master that. So I'm excited about where God is taking me, and I'm excited to be a part of BPC.
Yes, y'all. That plaque is not light. I try to tell y'all. I told y'all, right? That was thank you so much, Tammy. You know, thank you for this is where you have those moments where you have a friend who also knows how to separate it and also be a part of the business. Like she's a part of the tribe. And I'm just really grateful for you. Thank you for just trusting and believing in just everything that we're doing. And so y'all drop the $ in the chat if y'all got nuggets from any one of our young ladies. I'm going to have every one of them to introduce themselves, but real quick, we're going to go back to Dr. Lena Payton Webb, because Dr. Lena has been working with us again. As she said, it's only been a year, y'all. And in a year, she went from, you know, really, like she said, overworked, right? And also working a full-time job. She's also a mother. She's also a wife. She's now a new grandma. I don't know if you got the special titles, right? But y'all, she does the things, all the things. And now I've seen her. I don't even know if her business is actually getting to the point where it's surpassed what she makes in her full-time space, but it will if it's not already. And I just love seeing what she's doing. Another thing that I can tell you is that Lena is dedicated to BPC growing. If I could be, and this again it's just so many avenues of how I could get emotional, because I have just asked God, and I always ask God for specifics, never general in the things that I ask for. So when I say, hey, I want to grow an organization that truly feels like family. See, Lena, and I'm sure maybe all of you guys have heard me tell certain stories about when I used to be in the industry of multi-level marketing. And I thought how all these people were like my family, because I never really had a big family. And I would call them bro and call them sis. And then when I made a decision that I was going to step into the space of being a full-time coach, it was like I look back and everybody that called me sis was disappeared. They'd gone. I said, no, what? I thought we was family. We done spent so much time together. I mean, we traveled together. We broke bread. We cried. All that. I did nothing wrong other than making a decision to take a chance on me. And Lena's one of those types of people, y'all, where the reason why she also became author of the year, it's not just because of what she's doing in her business, but the type of person she is. Y'all, if I could be honest, Book Prophets Club is a growing company, and I do suffer from what you call inspired deficit disorder. See, doctors call it what they can call it. I call it IDD. I'm always coming up with ideas. I'm always coming up with different plans. And I love to be able to reach back to certain people that I know who are in the trenches with me, that you can tell they want to see us grow together and not apart. never felt that way with her. I've never felt, and this is not just with any of you guys. I'm saying all of you guys too, but I'm specifically highlighting her because she is this year's author of the year. And we just even had a meeting the other day, and we were just brainstorming on different things that we can do as a community so that everything is in-house. We don't need to go nowhere else. We've got all the experts here. We're going to do things together and build together and create community together. I mean, Lena has gone out and built relationships with many of the BPC members where they have stuff they got going on together. And I'm just grateful. And so, with you being this year's author of the year, I want to make sure that I truly edify who you are, not just as an entrepreneur, as an incredible mother who you've got all your family plugged in, writing their own books, to be an incredible wife, where your husband, Michael, feels like family to me, where you are an incredible leader. You are an incredible, I will say, sister, and all those things. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, why you've made the decision to stick and stay with BPC, but also a little bit about, like, where does this hustle come from? Because even when we were in Canada, we had a conference in Canada. She was over there doing her, guess what? Interviews, AKA discovery sessions. She's always focused and going at it. And so I just want to make sure that we definitely highlight you just a little bit more here as our 2024-2025 author of the year. I'm gonna just kind of let God use you, and you speak on what you want to. So the floor is yours.
Oh, well, thank you. That's kind of a loaded question. But the short of it is, when you've been in a dark place for so long, and it's like the lights finally come on, right? It's like the world just opened up. So I feel like I have a lot of work to do. I feel like a lot of time, I had 4 years that I couldn't, my eyesight was gone. And then it took probably 5 or 6 years for me to recover enough to get to the point where I am mentally and physically, right? So, and to find a new me, right? So the person I am now, not the person that was in the military for 21 years and 11 months and 7 days. The Lena at heart, the Lena that God wanted her to be, the Lena that God created to go out here and do his work and his will. That's what it took me so long to get to this place that now that I'm here, I feel like I have to do everything I can to help other people. And the everyday entrepreneur, coach, consultant, those are my people, but more specifically, my veteran community. The thing that I do in our business, a lot of it gives me the resources I need to help my veterans in everyday life. So we have a nonprofit called the Veterans Closet, where 25% of Blue Impressions Publishing's proceeds goes to help the Veterans Closet. And in that space, veterans are able to walk in and get anything, any resource we need. So the more that I'm able to do for not just Blue Impressions, it allows me to help those veterans as well. But it helps me to be able to serve you guys. Like, a lot of you have some amazing things. Y'all are great, and a lot of us are stuck. I'm the same way, but we're stuck and we don't see it, right? We don't see it sometimes, and then sometimes it just takes somebody else to be able to help you push past that, give you the thing that you need to help go out here and inspire and empower the world. So many of the BPC members, oh my God, y'all have been like heaven sent. I was speaking with one at the last pop-up shop, right after the pop-up shop. And she was saying, well, I've been, BPC following Taria for some years, and I've been working on this book. And I'm like, well, what you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What you gonna do, sis? It's like pretty much what you gonna do? How much longer are we gonna just follow and not do the thing that God called you to do? Right. And then when she started telling me about what she was writing about, I was like, well, I'm the person that I need that. I need exactly what you're talking about. So sometimes we just need another ear. Sometimes we need another person to help you get to where you need to be. And I know one of the things that I've been gifted with and is being able to motivate and inspire other people. I did that in the military. So I take those same tools and things that I learned there to be able to help motivate and inspire people to do the thing that they're supposed to be doing now. To help God's people. So that is why I go so hard. People are like, why you always going? Because my calling requires me to. My calling requires nothing less. It requires nothing less. As long as I have breath in my body and I'm able to get up every day, I will do whatever I can to help those that I'm here to serve. So that is why.
Well, thank you so much. And one of the things we're going to be doing for Dr. Lena, well, she as well is on her way with myself. I think it's just us, but some of y'all coming next year, hopefully. But we about to go to Ghana. And so I ain't doing nothing up before Ghana right now, but we are going to be traveling over to Mobile, Alabama, so that we can highlight, a day in the life of Lena as the 2024-2025 author of the year. And so excited about that, excited to really highlight her. And I can tell you guys, we just have so many different things under our belt. Real quick, ladies, I'm going to have you to let us know how we can get in touch with you. And so just share with us where we need to go to get some details. I'm going to start off with Dr. Iris Wright. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. To get a hold of me, you can go straight to my website, iris-wright.com. You can find me on social media as Dr. Iris Wright or Author Iris Wright. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. So you can kind of reach out to me on any platform, but my website again is iris-wright.com. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And we're going to go to the Karen Larkin. The mic is yours.
Yes, yes, yes. Taria, once again, thank you for creating this platform for us and to celebrate Authors All-Star Day. But if you want to know how you can work further with me, you can go to www.createpeaceathome.com. And I have a special gift for you that you can literally use today to get started creating the peace that you so deserve. And not only that, but creating that life that you desire. And that you can start today, and it doesn't cost you anything, and you can do it because you probably have a lot of these things in your space. I'm going to give you five fundamentals that are essential for your space, that you can transform your space, but not only that, transform your life. And I just thank you, Taria, for this space.
Aww. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And real quick, can you do a little spin around? I don't know what's going on in the studio. Can you do a spin around so we can see the studio real quick? Because I know we got some things for sale.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Can y'all see? Can y'all see?
Yeah.
Can y'all see?
Oh my gosh.
And Taria, I just want to say this to what you said. What she did not tell y'all when she contacted me about her space, and we talked about her space, but I told her, watch and see what happens right after this. And one thing that I know, some people may say it's cocky or whatever, my hands are anointed. My gift is anointed. Every space that I transform, it is not for me, but it transformed the life of the person that lives and reside in it. I told her her business is going to soar to a whole nother level. And look at where she is now, even with her pivot and shifting in her life, because God now has her on another plan. He still has her in the same field, but he shifted and pivoted some things in her life because he wants to give her more. And I told her that. And I believe that. So if you don't believe me, try it and see.
Listen, she ain't lying, y'all. She absolutely did tell me. And yes, I used to be in that office all day. And it's like it gave me better clarity, removing the clutter and putting it in a space where I'd love to be, where I could then not be focused on what is not like what I don't like going on around me and what I do like. It allowed me to position myself for that next level of success. So thank you so much. Dr. Lena Payton Webb, you've got the floor.
Yes. So thanks again, Taria. So you can reach me at pagestопроphets.com. That's pages with the STO, profits with the S.com. And there you'll get a free gift. It's an ebook on 10 things to consider when you're publishing your book. 10 things that people often mistakenly forget. So get that free gift and then connect with me there. But I want to say this, Taria. Thank you again for everything. I told you once, if not twice, or 3, 4, 5, 10 times. But I don't know if I know I wouldn't have probably gotten to where I am now in my business in this short of time. So if you're on the fence, I'm telling you, if you do the things, the rest will happen. But you have to do the thing. So most of us, we do a thing and then we change it, right? I know for sure, once we did the thing, we came up with the plan, I stayed the course. I haven't changed the course. Even to this day, I haven't changed it. I think I just scaled it recently by adding the corporations to it because it just scaled. It was natural elevation. But do the thing, tap in if you're on the fence. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will answer any question, good, bad, or indifferent, so you can make your decision. But this is the place. This is a family. We all use each other's talents and gifts the way we should, but it is a very, very good investment, and your business and the thing that you're called to do deserves the very best. It deserves a community where you can scale and grow. It deserves a community where you can be recognized, and this is an awesome place for that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And last but not least, Tammy Tam Moore.
Okay, can y'all hear me now? Remember,
yes.
I'm now.
Right.
I'm gonna pause. We got to turn the mic on. But listen, you guys. First of all, Trey, I want to give you your flowers, my friend. See, what people think, or some people may know that's gotten into your immediate space, because I know you keep that pretty seal kind of tight. So I was happy. I'm inside the circle. I'm inside the circle of trust. I'm trying not to step outside that circle. But what I want to say to you is what I love about you, and you know firsthand, I've spent a lot of money on coaches, hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaches. I have yet to find a coach who has more passion than you on this planet. See, we step away from here. We'll go downtown Atlanta and sit and talk, and we're going to talk our girl talk, but you never, ever, ever leave a conversation talking about what you want to do for BPC, how you want to grow your people, what you're executing, what you're launching. I love you for that. You're not capping. You're not making up stuff and all that. You truly are operating your true calling, and you have a desire to help God's people get to the next level. And I decree and declare over you right now that God will take you beyond your wildest dreams, and BPC is going to be the flagship. It's going to be a household name throughout the United States and abroad, in Jesus' name. So how do you find me? How do you find me? You find me at www.stoplyingandlevelup.com. Go to my website. You'll see the upcoming events. You will also get a copy of my free ebook. It teaches you how to not only identify your purpose, but how to monetize your dreams. So check me out on www.stoplying.com. I'm going to shut up for now because Taria know I can go on for hours. But I love you guys.
Love you back, y'all. Well, thank you so much. And thank you to these incredible ladies, y'all. Listen, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I receive it. God, thank you so much for just the increase that is on the way in this community that we are building. I'm truly honored and truly grateful. I'm glad y'all spoke about a couple of things. So real quick, y'all, we have our next panel. I'm going to be playing their videos in just a second, but I also want to spin for 5. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, I've got some light up mics. So you might see them right here behind me. I can't zoom in, but these are the miniature versions of the mic. And one of the lucky mic winners will also win a flat screen TV giveaway. Okay, so this is for those who are actually registered. You've gone to the link live. Now, Author Allstars, listen, y'all can't win. Okay, this is for the guests. So live.authorallstars.com. Okay. So those who are watching, and I'm going to select 5 names right now. You must be watching us on the YouTube. So when you register, it shares with you where to go for the YouTube. Okay. And so what's going to happen, guys, is when I announce you, and all speakers, y'all can drop off the panel for our new speakers and just go watch us in the YouTube, but not the ones that are coming up. But what's going to happen is you must type in the chat that you're here. Okay, so if your name is selected, you must say, I'm here, and you will win. I've got 10 that I've ordered. Let me just, so y'all can see. Boxes of these everywhere. 10 of these microphones, 10 of these light up microphones, studio microphones, so that you could be a part of the light up crew. 10 of them. So I'm about to go ahead and select these 10 names real quick. Let me go ahead. And if you have not registered yet, if you have not registered and you want a chance to win, you're going to be able to win after the second set. Okay, so go ahead and register now. Let me go ahead and share my screen. This is another thing that I just simply love doing. I love doing giveaways. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to go ahead and spin for the win for our 5 names. Let's go. It cannot be an author all-star. So he's actually an author. Oh, well, that didn't follow his name, but if it is an author all-star, it cannot be an author all-star. Looks like we got a lot of author all-stars that apply, but that's okay. We might not have enough time to go through all 5 because I got to get to the next panel. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Mikhail Stewart. I think I know who this is. So as long as you are live, you need to go ahead and type in the chat right now and let us know in the YouTube that you are here. Let's go to the next one. We've got 4 more to select. Well, Tammy, you are a winner, but you can't win this. It's going to keep going. All right, let's go. Antoinetta Johnson. Antoinetta Johnson. All right, let's pick 3 more. Okay, another author all-star. I should have told the author all-stars. You ain't got to register, but it's okay. Hey. Another author all-star. You see how our author all-stars show up. Come on, man. I think I'm going to just select the name above the person that is showing as an author all-star. Joseph Harris, congratulations. Okay, let's keep it going. Lyle M, if that is you. Again, you need to type in the chat if you are here. And the last is right on the line. Well, we're going to go with, because Wanda Pearson is one, we're going to go with Anthony Potter, who's right above her on that. Anthony Potter, congratulations. All right. So we still have 5 more names that we're going to select, guys. If you have not registered and you are not an author all-star, make sure you go over to the link. I'm going to play real quick right now. I'm just going to go ahead and play real quick right now. 1 second. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to play real quick our intros, and we will be right back with our next panel. Let's get into it. 1 second.
Hey, I'm everyone's favorite hashtag plus size author babe, April M. Jackson Hunter. I am one of Author All-Star Magazine's top 50 author all-stars. I am the founder and president of Mercedes Closet Inc., which is a nonprofit geared to empowering survivors of violence in the LGBTQ plus community. We help them rebuild and lead fearless lives. We feel like everyone should know that there's someone in their corner during a dark time. I am also the operator and owner of AMJ LLC. Under this umbrella, I am an award-winning, best-selling author, speaker, and life and health coach. As an author and a speaker, I am best known for my book series, Mercedes Closet. The first book, which is Mercedes Closet, Keeping Deadly Secrets. The latest installment is Mercedes Closet, Lust, Lies, and Deadly Entanglements. With my books, I inspire other survivors to find and reignite the power in their voice. I am changing lives one story at a time. I am also a life and health coach, where I help PHAT women and men who are struggling to find themselves, build confidence to become unstoppable. If you or anybody you know are a PHAT man or a woman and you're still struggling with confidence, AMJ Total Transformation Coaching and the best version of you awaits. Email me at amjtotaltransformationcoaching@yahoo.com. If you want to learn anything about me and all of my endeavors, you can find me at www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com, or you can find me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at author April M. Jackson Hunter, or Twitter at Mercedes Closet Inc. I look forward to talking to you.
All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jamal Gould, aka Modest. That is my pen name. So I am a sci-fi and fantasy author, originally from San Domingo, Maryland, now residing here in Atlanta, Georgia. So what I do is I intertwine the amazing Black culture that we have with my favorite type of sci-fi and fantasy stories, make it into one great narrative that anybody can enjoy. Along with that, I own my own publishing company. So if you want to be published, just let me know. Publishing company is called Modest Publishing. That's MAADIST Publishing. Help anybody that's looking to become a published author get their book out there and share their message with the world. So far, I've done self-help books, poetry books, and fantasy. So it's a wide variety. I like to help everybody out, anybody that wants to be published. If you're looking to get in contact with me, make sure you hit me up on social media at Official Modest. That's Official MAADIST. Or you can shoot me an email if you're interested in being published, modestpublishing@gmail.com. Again, I gotta emphasize that a little bit. It's MAADIST publishing@gmail.com.
Hi, my name is Lene Smith. I'm a magazine publisher and an author. I currently have a book out called Trust the Wait. It's about just being patient with yourself and just going with the flow with how things should go whenever you're pushing up against something that you may feel uncertain about. I have a website. It's www.selfpublishingmagazines.com. And also I show authors how to self-publish their own magazines in their area of expertise. What I would like to say is, tonight we are at this amazing event, the Author Allstars. We get together once a year where we celebrate each other. We come together with like-minded individuals. We get awards and we eat and we laugh. And if anyone is thinking about coming in the future next year, I would definitely encourage anyone that's an author to come and join us for Author Allstars. And again, my website is www.selfpublishingmagazines.com.
Hi, my name is Sharon D. Hudgens, and I help early childhood professionals overcome burnout to balance and create peaceful, profitable, and purposeful programs. I'm the author of Journey of an Early Childhood Educator, and I wrote this book because I wanted other people to, all of the people in the field to realize that there's so many different avenues that they can take in order to further their careers. So I work with developing the workforce through training, through coaching, through mentoring, and through technical assistance. So you can reach me at www.themindfuleducator.live. You can also reach me on social media at Sharon D. Hudgens on all platforms.
Hi, I'm Daria Rosen. I help women clear the fog, regulate sleep, and beat the heat as they go through this perimenopause portion of life as they graduate to the next section. My book is Perimenopause, What Your Mother and Girlfriends Did Not Tell You. And it's just a good friend telling you all about perimenopause. You can reach me at www.imstillhot.com. And author Allstars, you gotta be part of it because the camaraderie is amazing. Not only the camaraderie, but you'll get things done.
Well, darling, let's go ahead and get ready for our incredible authors that we have coming to said stage. So let me go ahead and make sure. Let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do 5. All right, let's get into it. So we're first going to, hold on, let me bring this up real quick. Oh, don't y'all like them videos? The intro videos are nice. Y'all look good. Come on now. I'm going to upload all of your intro videos to the Facebook group as well. So don't worry, guys. It'll be in the Facebook group. But let's bring on Modest. See, I'm just going to say Modest because that's the pen name anyway. So let's bring up Modest. Let's bring up Lene Smith, April M. Jackson, and Marceline Williams. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Wonderful.
Hey, hey,
Hey, hey.
Wonderful.
And look, Modest is a part of what? The Light Up crew. Okay, what up, though?
It's only one way to go. It's only one way.
Only one way to go. Well, listen, first of all, thank you guys so much again for being a part of this magazine, and thank you for being a part of this movement. I want you guys to first start off with again, reintroducing yourself again for those who you are and what your book is about. So we're going to start off with you, Modest, even though, ladies first, but you're first on the line. So I'm going to have you go first and introduce yourself. The floor is yours.
All right. So once again, my name is Modest. As you can see, Maadist. I am a sci-fi and fantasy author. I've written several books, but my latest one I have right here. It's called Beyond an Unreasonable Doubt. Sure, y'all see that title. So that's a tale of 4 brothers in a futuristic city. So right after futurism, sci-fi, fantasy. So they're in a futuristic city, and each brother is exploring how to make it out of poverty and try to advance in life. So it's a coming-of-age tale that just follows them as they grow up. It's probably my best work yet. It's semi-autobiographical, so you see a lot of things in there that I actually lived and experienced as I was growing up, and just intertwine it with science fiction.
I love it. Love it. I'm really excited too to have a sci-fi publisher. You might just need to go ahead and make sure, because I don't know if you are yet a part of BPC, because I'm looking for someone that we can promote and bring business.
It's on my list. January, I'll be a member. January.
Okay, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, good. Because sci-fi, I was just telling someone the other day, I need someone in that space, but I am literally going into this phase where I want them to be in the community, because I feel like in the community, we build that camaraderie. We'll talk about that. Well, April M. Jackson, y'all see, honey, let me tell you something. I told everybody to do their videos, and I ain't gonna, not to call nobody out, because I don't do that, right? They be trying to talk about, I call people out. Now, y'all don't know what call out is, okay? But I'm going to say this about April. April, our videographer, was like telling her trying to guide her with the process. She's like, I already got my situation together, honey. She laid it out. So, y'all, let's go ahead and give it up for April. Then you, April, you was like, wait a minute. I already got my thing. And I was like, oh, it was so good. I loved her intro. April, go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what your book is, or books is about.
Hey, I'm everybody's favorite #plus size author babe, April M. Jackson Hunter. I am a best-selling author. I am best known for my book series, Mercedes Closet. You guys, I'm a survivor of domestic violence and a survivor of sexual assault. And with Mercedes Closet series, I talk about it's my fictional version of my real life with domestic violence and sexual assault. The first book is entitled, I don't know if you can see it because my computer is doing something weird, but okay. It is, let me see. That disappear?
You might have to put it in front of you. When you have the green screen, it'll there you
Yes.
go.
There it is. Mercedes Closet Keeping Deadly Secrets is my first book. That is my book that birthed me into becoming an author. I talk about my real life experiences with domestic violence and sexual assault. And my new installment, which just came out October, which is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, is called Mercedes Closet 2, Lust, Lies, and Deadly Entanglements. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with how deadly domestic violence can get, but it does not get as deadly as it is when you decide to leave. So I talk about real life experiences that happened to me in my books. I'm very candid. I chose to go fiction because I wanted to go as blunt and as truthful as I wanted to go without somebody trying to sue me for defamation of character. So I chose to go fiction. But I am also a life and health coach, you guys, and I'm out here helping survivors and PHAT women and men to reignite the power in their voices, find self-confidence, and also become unstoppable. You guys, you can find me at www.AprilMJacksonHunter. You guys can also find me all across social media at author April M. Jackson Hunter or Mercedes Closet Inc. on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you guys, if you'd like to work with me to become unstoppable, reignite your voice, please, please, please email me at AMJ Total Transformation Coaching, because I've got what I'm going to say. Total Transformation Coaching at yahoo.com. And if anybody want to work with me today only, you guys email me and you put in Author All-Star Day, you get a special discount.
Muted. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll make sure at the end, everybody will get a chance to introduce them. I mean, to let everybody know how to get in touch with them too, guys. So don't worry. We'll make sure to put your details. Matter of fact, if you want to, y'all can update your name there and put like your website on there if you want to. Not right now, but like in between when you're not speaking. Okay, darling. Thank you, April. Appreciate you. Lene, darling, the floor is yours. Tell us about you and your book.
Hello, everyone. I am a magazine publisher and author. I have a book collaboration that I had the pleasure of coming together with Miss Taria last year called Trust the Wait. And it's a book about overcoming self-doubt, which a lot of us may come across at one time or another in our lives. So the book just basically talks about just pushing past all the obstacles or doubt that you may have about yourself and how to get to the next level of success.
Thank you very much, darling. And last but definitely not least, Marceline, the floor is yours. Uh-oh. We can't hear you. Hold on. There you go.
You hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear.
Great. All right. My name is Marceline Williams, and I am the transformational shift changer and thinker. I absolutely love to inspire, encourage, and empower men and women to share a story, come out of a story, and start a new story by writing, because writing is what will heal. Thank you, Taria.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for being here as well. Well, let's get into it. So I'm going to ask you guys all an individual question, of course, darling. And we're going to, of course, answer. If you are supposed to be on this panel, you need to make sure that you read the details in the Telegram chat or the email, because I gave very specific instructions. You have to be on the stage. And so I'm only seeing us 5 on the stage. So if you want to jump on, please, 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 all of our speakers, just make sure that you definitely check into that. Okay, let's get into it, Modest, because I love when I meet a publisher. First of all, I'm a big believer. How many of y'all have heard me drop a $sign? We're going to drop a lot of $signs. Why? Because we are going to continue to drop that of what it is we are going to have more of in 2025. And it's not the desire to just only have money. It's what money can do for you. And I am a testament to the fact of what money can do for your business. So that's why we dropping a lot of dollar signs. But drop a dollar sign in the chat, guys, if you guys can relate to where I talk about niches get riches. Niches get riches. And what I love about Modest is he is in a very niche space. I was just talking about it the other day. I need someone who's doing sci-fi fiction because it is, believe it or not, one of the top genres in the fictional space. So Modest, go ahead and talk to us a little bit about what made you choose sci-fi. By the way, I'm a sci-fi movie lover. I love sci-fi movies. So we got that in common. But tell me, why did you decide to get into that particular genre of publishing?
Thank you for that. I didn't choose it for real. I say that all the time. I didn't really choose it. I kind of dropped into my lap, and it was gifted. Rather, I'm not gonna say it was chosen. It was gifted to me. So I was really close to my uncle. Prior to his death, he died when I was 10 years old. He was my only father figure for real. So he was a sci-fi junkie. Got me Star Trek. Took me to see my first movie was Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Never forget it. We sat in the front row, had to lean back and look up next curtain after the movie. You know, it's like 3 hours long. He just loves superheroes, comic books, sci-fi, fantasy, and just hanging out with him every day. I got addicted to it. So after he passed, I started writing, and it immediately became what I was writing. I started writing science fiction, just kind of like in his memory, but I've loved it to this day, and I held on to it, and so it was a gift that he kept giving to me even from the grave.
Man, I love how, we've heard this numerous times today, just how, what it is that we're doing right now is not necessarily something we chose. It was something that just became, it's us. It's a part of who we are. It became our life, and it becomes more easier to be passionate about that of what we do. So thank you for sharing that. That was powerful. Absolutely. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go over to my girl, April M. Jackson Hunter. Okay. First of all, April, I need to know, because, back in the day, we used to talk about fats. Those are fats, right? The pH, I think you say PHA, is it 2 A's or 1 A? 1 A.
PHAT.
Okay, PHAT. Now, I remember when we used to say fat meant back in the day, pretty hot and tempted. I don't know if that's what fat means, but can you tell us what fat means? And then also, because of your journey, just like I was asking one of our other fellow author Allstars, with you having gone through something so traumatic, what made you decide that you wanted to talk about something where, like you even said with your book, it requires you to get into a space of vulnerability where you might even have to relive a lot of what you experienced. So first, tell us about PHAT, and then also explain to us, why did you decide to get vulnerable and tell your truth?
Well, first of all, I'll let everybody decide what PHAT stands for them. I don't put myself in their shoes. For me, I'm just fabulous. So, everything that comes with fabulous, I just put it in there. But
I love it.
but actually, this journey started out with a journal. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I suffer from PTSD, anxiety disorder. I have panic attacks. I have insomnia. To be vulnerable, I take 4 psych meds a day in order for me to get my day started, because I've been that traumatized, and my healing journey started late in life. So I started self-medicating before I started healing. So I did extra damage to myself. And I was on the verge of suicide. I hear people talk about suicide every day. I walk the lines of suicide every day. And every day I make the conscious decision to stay here. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but that's what I do. I wake up every day. To not lie to you guys, I have a bottle of pills that I keep in my thing. And every day I put them in my hand. I look at them. I make a conscious decision to stay on this side of the universe. And I keep those pills to be able to make that conscious decision to stay here. And I do this journey. I be vulnerable, not just to help other survivors, but also to keep my feet moving. Because if I don't keep moving, then I become stagnant, and I might not decide to not take those pills. So I continue this journey to let everybody know that your voice does matter. Your feelings, your emotions matter. And I chose to go fictional to be extra transparent about my life, about what I've been through, and about you can make it. And I tell people every day I went from victim to survivor. I went from hood to CEO, and I still got a little hood slang in me. You might hear it in my voice, but just to let people know that come from the hood, that come from the projects, that you can get out of the projects. You can make it. Your story matters. Your voice matter, and just keep moving forward.
Listen, let me tell you something. I think most of the author all stars got a little hood in them, child. Yeah, because that I got a little hood in me too. Okay, and so we attract that of what we are, and so I'm with you on that. Thank you so much. And again, you even being in that space of publishing as well and helping others to tell their story. Thank you so much, Lene. Lene, let's come over to you because you know what you quickly talked about it, but I'm gonna make you talk about it more because we just launched this magazine, Author Allstars magazine, and it's ironic because dealing with some publishers here, right? And you are also in a niche space of publishing that I would like and love to see more of from you, Lene, because it's a lot of people that are building community. And if it's one thing, if I can get a chance to talk about this, maybe on a TV show, the Vision Impact Hour or something, I'll talk about the importance of building community today more than ever. But it's a lot of people building communities and wanting to be able to highlight individuals through magazines. So what made you decide to get into the magazine publishing world? And what can we also expect, in regards to like the things that you're working on right now? You muted. Make sure, can you hear me? Think you muted.
Okay, my apologies.
There you
Okay.
go.
So to answer your question, I come from a musical background. My parents, my mother was a piano player, and my daddy was a singer. And we were taken around the different parts of the country to sing when we were very young, and that wasn't my thing. So that piqued my interest in the entertainment industry, which led me to start writing and getting into writing articles, interviewing different artists that's in the entertainment industry, which also led me to writing poems and eventually into writing books. So that inspired me by talking with all of these different people, especially when I started speaking with authors. That really, speaking with different authors, sparked the inspiration for me to start my own publishing company, which I show authors how to self-publish their own magazines in their area of expertise. Because you can wait for someone to build to put you on their platform, but it's also good to understand and know how to start your own platform and to build something based around what you specialize in.
Absolutely, Lene. And you're right. I feel like many of us guys, we got to start leveraging and building multiple streams, multiple ways to highlight the things that we specialize in. And if you need a magazine, that's where you want to go for sure. Okay, Marceline. So, I know that I interviewed some of you guys, but I specifically remember Marceline as well too during our interview because Marceline is doing a lot of things as well, helping other authors. And I'm so grateful because a lot of times when you have people that are in the space that are similar on the same journey of inspiring, impacting, and helping other authors, you don't always see it, especially if I could be very specific within our community where they're working together or participating in other things. And so I just want to commend you and thank you so much for being a part of it. But go ahead and tell us what it is that you're doing in your publishing space and how you are impacting and helping others to become published authors as well.
Right. Absolutely. So one thing that really, really has inspired, encouraged, and empowered the women and men that I I believe that I'm definitely assigned to and called to are the ones that have been in the back for so long. They're almost at a place where they feel like their voice is not important, as April said, or they feel like that no one wants to hear their story, or they may feel like, how can they move past that story? So about 10 years ago now, there were about 15 young girls that actually got together. And this is what really moved me into the impact of we've got to do something about this. From me being a product of sexual violation as well as a child, and also finding out that my mother was as well, and then to have two daughters as well and a son, then it brought me to a place that, look, this cannot continue and it's not okay. We cannot close our mouth and not speak forward so the community, family, organizations, and corporations will know what are the signs. How can one in a family or one in an organization or one in a corporation prevent this? Once you have actually encountered this, your voice should be heard. Your story should be read. You should be considered an expert because you've actually lived it. So the men and women that I am assigned to are the ones who feel like nobody cares. Nobody wants to know. So I took what was given to me, and when I got ready to publish the first one, God told me it was not going to be you by yourself. There are going to be several other women that you're going to help. And they came so fast, it was like, wow. But it was needed. And then to realize that, yeah, it's going to be painful as you write because you have to relive it. Even though you put it in the back of your mind, it's going to be emotional. It's going to be challenging. And that's where that encouraging, that coaching, that motivation, and just being able to talk in love, that you are going to inspire and help so many other people. So it ended up being helping people, domestic violence, controlling relationships, drug addictions, sexual violations, even to the point teen pregnancy. But we have to remember, Mary, not to go too far, Mary came through. She brought Jesus through, and she was a teen pregnancy. You still somebody and you still important. So that's how I started to read. And now it's 30 men and women, yet growing. And I don't think I'll ever stop writing.
Oh, I love it. Listen, y'all, y'all throw y'all fists in the screen if you agree with me that you write a book to write another book. Throw your fists in the screen. Come on, throw your fists in the screen. You write a book to write another. No, like everybody that's on screen, put your fists in the screen. Okay, y'all. We touching and agreeing. Okay, yes, you write a book to write another book, right? Absolutely. And what's incredible is you guys are helping individuals to be able to shed more light on their stories, to be able to shed more light on their interests, the things that they like, the things that they're passionate about. How can we get in contact with you guys? I'm going to go ahead and let me make sure I remove this part so you guys can go ahead and share how people can get in touch with you. I'm going to start with you, Modest. You got the mic.
Real easy to get in touch with. It's official Modest on every social media platform. Official MAADIST. If you ask on there, I'll explain why the spelling of Modest is like it is too, because I know a lot of people wonder that. Or you could email me, modestpublishing@gmail.com. I'm actually revamping my website, so I have a professional designer working on it, so come February, I'll be on there too. But you could definitely email me, hit me up on social media. I check my messages all the time, and let's get in contact and let's work.
All right. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, April. April, the floor is yours, darling.
Hey, like I said, I'm all across social media, you guys. Facebook, Instagram, at author April M. Jackson Hunter. I am on TikTok, author April M. Jackson Hunter. I am also on Twitter at Mercedes Closet Inc. You guys can find me at www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com. And if you are ready to reignite the power in your voice, if you are ready to find yourself confident to become unstoppable, you can work with me and you can email me at amjtotaltransformationcoaching@yahoo.com and put Author All-Stars Day in the comments. In the section top, you get a special discount.
Come on with the Author All-Stars discount, okay? Make sure y'all put it in there, and so y'all can get y'all money, so y'all can do something extra with that, okay? All right, Lene, how can we get in contact with you, darling?
You can reach me through my website, www.selfpublishedmagazines.com. I would like to say that if anyone here hasn't joined Book Profits Club, I would really encourage you to really join, because when I tell you Taria pours into her people, Taria does not play when it comes to her people. She pours into each and every one of us. And if you're looking to take what you're doing to the next level, come on to join us, and you will not regret it. It's something that is just to be experienced on your own as opposed to hearing about it. There is no risk involved. Do yourself that favor and join Book Profits Club. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I want y'all to know I did not tell no BPC member to promote us. That's just what they do, because we family. It's like they not promoting me, they promoting us. And so thank you so much, Lene. I appreciate you. And Marceline, last but definitely not least.
Absolutely. Yes, you can follow me, connect with me on all social media platforms. It's Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. Also, you can go to my website, which is Prayer Garden of Memphis. Also, you can reach out for Whole Woman TV. And most of all, I love Taria. I when she said how I got in the interview, I think she said somebody had a name similar to mine. But you all, when I say that Book Profits Club, we just look, because I'm in a 5-day challenge. And I learned so much in that 5-day challenge. It's like, why you not in the club? Why you not? So anybody, it was all over social media, everywhere. And when I say I took a chance and applied for Author All-Stars, you best believe she does not play. She does not play. Love you so much, and thank you, Taria.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much. Yes, Marceline is plugged into our 5K and 5-day challenge. Today is day 5. We actually go live literally right after this. Then we got a VIP session. Then we have the Vision Impact Hour. Y'all, I have a full Sunday, okay? And it's all because, again, creating more opportunities and platforms for our Book Profits Club members. This is what it is all about. Well, listen, y'all, thank you so much again. Thank you so much for being a part of the Author All-Stars. That was panel number 3. Y'all need to make sure that y'all plug in. Also, don't forget, we have all of them. They're all listed in our digital magazine online. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play that video real quick, as well as one other video for y'all to see. And then we're going to play some more of our Author All-Stars, and then we're going to finish it up with our panel 4. By the way, those of you guys who won, I'm going to tell you, I see you put in the chat for those who are here. I'm going to tell you at the end. So this is what I do, y'all. I'm going to be honest, y'all. 90% of success is literally showing up. A lot of times we think that to be successful, I got to be the best speaker in the room, or I got to be the smartest person in the room, or I got to be the most, outgoing person in the room. A lot of times, guys, success is acquired by continuously showing up. And there are so many people who are looking to be successful. I think somebody else had said, I can't remember who said it. Somebody said it earlier today, that it might have been Lena, that we'll have success, we'll see success, and then we start doing something else, or we get sidetracked. And so a lot of times I'll do giveaways, and I'm going to be very specific. So I'm about to teach y'all stuff. The reason why I like to do giveaways is because a lot of times it's a way to get people to plug in and watch. I'm a big believer, though, that when the right person is in the right seat, their lives will be forever changed. And so it's an incentive to keep people watching the broadcast. But because it's free, we have requirements. And so some people will win and then log off. Or some people will pop in for a little bit of time and then leave. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. But then when we look at how we align that with our lives, the question is, do we do that with a lot of the stuff that we do? We kind of pop in and pop out. We kind of start and don't stick with it. We don't really fully give our attention. We're all over the place trying to divide ourselves into multiple ways. And so we do have certain requirements when we do these free giveaways, right? So the final thing is, at the end, I'll give you my email because you'll need to email me your mailing address for the names that were selected, only the names selected. So after this panel, we're going to do some additional name drawings, and then we are going, and then of those 10, what I plan to do is, because I do have to do our VIP, if we have, our fifth day of the 5Day challenge. If we have time, I'll do the final name drawing. We might have time of the flat screen TV. Okay. So we're going to be sending you a mic and a flat screen TV. So that'll be done. And then we have some additional things we want to talk about. So let me just go ahead and play this video and we will be right back. Hey everybody, if you are enjoying Author All-Stars Day, make sure that you go over to authorallstars.com. Check out our digital magazine. All you have to do is go to authorallstars.com, and right here on the page, you're going to see where you can click to get a digital copy or to view the digital copy. And then when you get here, you're going to see our first magazine at the top, which is this year's magazine. Just simply click on the 4 arrows that are pointing out on the right-hand side, which will make it go full screen. And then you can flip through and see your favorite authors. So make sure to go through and check us out, guys. We have over 50 amazing authors who are impacting the world. You can just go and click and see and check all of their details out. So again, hope you guys are enjoying Author All-Stars Day on December the 15th. Let's go ahead and get back to the show. Attention authors, are you ready to get your book off the shelf and into the spotlight? Whether you're dreaming of landing speaking engagements, guest spots on top podcasts, or creating a platform to share your message with the world, we've got you covered. Introducing Book Profits Club, your ultimate partner in turning your book into a business. Learn how to grow your influence, book gigs, and maximize your profits with proven strategies designed specifically for authors like you. And the best part, you can get started right now. Join our free 15-minute masterclass and discover the exact steps to take your book to the next level. But hurry, this exclusive opportunity won't last forever. Stop waiting for the spotlight. Step into it. Claim your free spot today at www.bookprofitsclub.com and start making your book work for you. Visit www.bookprofitsclub.com now. Your stage is waiting. Book Profits Club, where authors become icons.
I am Brittany Bossop, and I help divorced women to thrive in their wealth and wellness for transformational healing. And when we talk about thriving, that is transformational healing reconstructed internally, victoriously, eternally. And what that means is it puts emphasis on transformational healing to help women know that your healing is a journey, it's a process, but you have to be willing to do the work for yourself. And there's so many times where people are going through things and you feel like you're all alone in life and you're trying to figure out, okay, what do I do next? And that's why I have created a space for women, helping them to be able to be that community, be that upward, help each other know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. You do not have to face your challenges and tribulations alone. And so I'm just excited for this journey. As a mental health therapist, international keynote speaker, podcaster, and author, it is just my duty to just help others to be the best version of themselves. And as a therapist, I love to put those key components in helping women to really dig deep. Do the work, look at their childhood, see what it is, like what is helping you, what is it that's holding you back. And that's why I love my book that's getting ready to release called Unapologetically Divorced. It is super, super amazing because it helps women to understand that they can get rid of everything in their life that's holding them back so they can achieve transformational healing, to overcome those setbacks so they can live unapologetically bold and be the best version of themselves, not fighting the imposter syndrome, not thinking about what it is that other people are going to say about them. Because in reality, you think about 60 to 60,000 thoughts a day. And 85% of those thoughts are negative, and 92% of those thoughts are repetitive. And so we need to work together so we can change that. And you can fight to be positive, fight to have what it is that you truly desire, because the power to change your life, it starts with you. It's all mentally in your mindset. You have the power to create the life that you desire. So many times in life I was told that I had to fit into this box. And don't let that be you. You don't have to fit into a box. Life is so full. There's so much out here, so many opportunities, but nothing's gonna just come to you and fall in your lap. You have to be willing to do the work. And that's why I love being in this connection with Author Allstars. So you do not want to miss this. Author Allstars is amazing. It's phenomenal. I've met so many amazing people. Just the ability to connect with so many people, have partnerships, and like you feel the love. Anytime something's going on, they reach out, everybody's amazing. And most importantly, they help you to write your book and be the best version of yourself. And now it's more centered on coaching, helping you to be able to thrive in your own space. And it's not competitive. And that is something that I truly enjoy, is being in a space that is not competitive. So if you want to work with me personally, you can go to yourtransformationalhealing.com and you can take my wealth and wellness quiz. So you can find out what is your wealth and wellness score, and you can be the best version of yourself. You can follow me on all social media networks at Your Transformational Healing, and you can listen to my podcast at Unapologetically Divorced, so you can be the best that you can be on all platforms, from Spotify to YouTube, you name it. So make sure you follow me, yourtransformationalhealing.com.
Hi, I am Crystal Woods. I am the author of the top-selling book, Reclaim Your Power, The Journey Back to Self. I guide women on a transformative journey to empowerment, forgiveness, and renewal. I've helped women break free from self-imposed limitations, cultivate a growth mindset, and achieve remarkable results. My personal transformation has allowed me to develop a proven strategy for reclaiming your power. I'm passionate about sharing this insight and strategies with other women who have reconnected with themselves and really reconnected with their authentic selves. Through my tailored coaching, transformative strategies, and my book, Reclaim Your Power, The Journey Back to Self, I have practical tools that will help you elevate your mindset, release limiting beliefs, and activate your full potential. My mission is to empower every woman to overcome challenges, realign with their purpose, and create an empowered life. If you're ready to unlock your inner strength, align with your goals, then please contact me. But start your journey with purchasing the book, Reclaim Your Power. You can visit me at www.crystaldwoods.com and order your book at ireclaimedmypower.com. I am Crystal Dion, transformational life coach, author, and speaker. Live empowered and be inspired.
Hello, my name is Don Womble, and I am a leadership burnout recovery life coach. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm also a pastor. I was the CEO of a large 501c3 organization for 25 years. And the last 4 years of my tenure, I experienced severe chronic burnout. It led me to leaving that position. But here's what I was able to discover through that. I was able to discover that I came up with a strategy for leaders who want to recover from burnout without losing their minds. And so if you are experiencing burnout, or you have experienced burnout, I want to suggest a couple of things. First of all, you are not alone. Multitudes of people experience burnout. And secondly, I can help. I'm an authority on the subject, and I would like to help you. First of all, let me recommend my book, Leadership, Burnout, and Recovery, from one who was burned out and broken. Be sure and get this book because it will help. The next thing I'll say is join one of my mastermind groups or contact me and we can work together one-on-one. And if you're a person of influence, let me encourage you to invite me to come and speak to your organization or your team. Bottom line, here's what I know. I care, I can help, and I understand. If you want to contact me, my website is www.donwomble.com. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Dr. Rhonda Alexander. I am the author of 7 Dirty Secrets of a Strong Black Woman. This is my memoir. Hi, my name is Dr. Rhonda Alexander. I am the author of 7 Dirty Secrets of a Strong Black Woman. This is my memoir. It is a movement. I wrote this book to help Black women to shed their trauma, to shed their secrets, and to reclaim their voices. My goal is to help Black women everywhere to redefine what strength means for them and to adopt a new definition of strength in their life. We are no longer going for the strong Black woman trope. We are now redefining what strength looks like for us. If you'd like to reach out to me and work with me, or if you would like a copy of my book, go to 7dirtysecrets.net and you can download a preview copy of the book as well as ordering the book itself. I'm available on all social media channels at the Dr. Rhonda or THEDRRHONDA.
I am Dr. Rhonda Stinson Boyd. I help women find the freedom they deserve and live a life of luxury by helping them create, keep, and pass on generational wealth. My book is Investing Made Easy, a family affair. It is starting the conversations about money that families need to have on a daily basis. We can pass on generational wealth, but if we never teach our children how to be able to use it and educate them, they'll lose it within 2 to 3 generations.
Hello, my name is Sharon Baker Boykin. I'm a licensed attorney, an author, a speaker, and a legal life coach. I work with business professionals to help them get their stuff in order. We acquire so many things during our lifetime that we cannot take with us when we transition. So shouldn't you determine who gets those things that you've put so much time and energy into acquiring? So I help business professionals prepare their legacy love letters. And I use that term to include your last will and testament, trust, power of attorney, medical or agent for your medical issues, or anything else that you would like to put in place so that you can determine who gets those things and who's in charge of your stuff when you make your transition. Get in contact with me at www.legallifecoachsharonbaker.com, and I have some freebies on my website, but that's the way for us to get together and get that legacy love letter done in 30 days or less.
Hello, I am Terry Thompson. I'm the author and the owner of Zella Publishing Incorporated, but I'm also a judge, and I'm the creative force behind the nonprofit organization called Justice Redefined, where I help youth and at-risk youth avoid the criminal justice system. So when you do go to my website, which is www.letssaveouryouth.com, that will give you a free guide to give you tips on how to make sure the teens that you know avoid the criminal justice system. And also at that site, letssaveouryouth.com, you can read more about me, my background, and my children's book series. The children's book series is called Adventures with Kai, and the first book in that series is Kinky Curly Mine. And it's the story of a little girl who is learning to love herself. And the reason that is important is because once we love ourselves, that can change the entire landscape of our lives. And my goal, again, is to make sure that all youth avoid the criminal justice system. So make sure you go to my website, www.letssaveouryouth.com. Download that free guide, which is helpful for any teen in your life to learn real tips, real everyday tips on how to stay out of the criminal justice system.
Hello all, my name is Derek Murphy. I actually have the book titled How Podcasting Helped Me Get My Groove Back. It's more than just a mic. I know it's hard to see that I'm sitting down, but I'm 6'7", former athlete, Hall of Famer, a lot of great accolades as a student athlete. But as an adult, when I had, I would say, some adjustments once I was done playing, I was still trying to figure out what can I do to find that same level of success. So what I started doing was podcasting, content creating, just basically talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of sports and how it impacts your everyday life. So with that, it allowed me to start working with professional athletes, doing volunteer work, doing, things to help other youth and different kids learn particular, drills and just aspects of sports to help them, whether it's as an athlete, as you know, and if you don't, your favorite athlete or your favorite team, they have dedicated players. They have guys that work hard. You have to work as a team and just find the different personalities to find that one common goal without very little interruption and distractions. And that's basically what the book is about. And just in life, when things don't go your way, it can just be that season to where you just might have to figure out what else you can do. Instead of getting frustrated once I was here at the top of the charts to now you're still in that gray area and not sure on what you should do. So overall, the book is just highlighting everything I did as an athlete when I had my funk and trying to figure out why I got into entrepreneurship / being an author. And it was just, you know what? Let me do something on my terms and let me get back to what I love to do. Even if I don't get one dime, one penny from it, just let me do it on my own terms and let me see what I can do to, spread positivity and encouragement for those, that have been in the funk once they are done playing their sport, whether it's, like I said, football, basketball, soccer, whatever it is. Once you get done with your career, it's kind of like you're entering the real world saying, what's next? I know my time is about to be up. So on that note, you can find me on social media, X and Instagram at It's DMurph. Also a website, www.dmurphspeaks.com. And lastly, before I go, the Author All-Star event it's a blast. Just to be around so many people throughout the world here in this event in Atlanta. You want to come to the next one for sure. So Taria Vision Avant, thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the recognition. And I look forward to what you have coming up in the near future.
Attention authors, are you ready to get your book off the shelf and into the spotlight? Whether you're dreaming of landing speaking engagements, guest spots on top podcasts, or creating a platform to share your message with the world, we've got you covered. Introducing Book Profits Club, your ultimate partner in turning your book into a business. Learn how to grow your influence, book gigs, and maximize your profits with proven strategies designed specifically for authors like you. And the best part, you can get started right now. Join our free 15-minute masterclass and discover the exact steps to take your book to the next level. But hurry, this exclusive opportunity won't last forever. Stop waiting for the spotlight. Step into it. Claim your free spot today at www.bookprofitsclub.com and start making your book work for you. Visit www.bookprofitsclub.com now. Your stage is waiting. Book Profits Club, where authors become icons. Where authors become icons. That was all AI generated, by the way. Literally, that whole commercial. I did not say none of that. That was my voice. You ever listen to your voice be like, ooh, I don't sound like that? And yes, you do. That was my voice. I used the software to create that. But where authors become icons, I am literally, I'm stealing that. That's what the Author All-Stars is all about. It's where authors become icons. That is fire. Okay. What are you doing? Yes, he will. Okay, y'all. Listen, we're getting down to our last panel. Have you guys been enjoying this so far? Let me just go into the chat real quick because you guys have been in the chat. Again, if you did win, I'm going to give you details of what you need to do to email me. If you're watching and you still want to be a part of what we're doing here, want to learn more, we're going to follow up with everybody who registered because the fortune is in the follow-up. All you need to do is go to live.authorallstars.com, live.authorallstars.com if you are not Author All-Star. Author All-Stars, we already got your information. You got to register, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this. I wanted to get into some of the comments. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, y'all having conversations in the chat. Look at y'all. See, this is BPC. I'm telling you. So, by the way, shout out to Anthony Potter Jr., who did win the mic. The reason why listen, Anthony came to a pop-up workshop, y'all, and he upgraded to VIP at the pop-up workshop and was able to win like a ton of stuff. In fact, one of the things he won was we're going to be doing his first workshop for him for the year. It's going to be in February. When I say we, I mean me. Just take the W, turn it upside down, me. I'm doing his workshop and we are partnered together. He also joined Book Profits Club, paid for the year. Also then signed up for Lena Payton's Web incredible program. All I can tell y'all is just be on the lookout for Anthony Potter Jr. Okay. He is not coming to play. All right. And Bertha Winston here at the church. Yes, ma'am. Plugged in, doing the dang thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Cosmic Tay says, my God, I've written 2 books. I need to join this community now because I'm separated and God has me in a clear headspace. Oh, I need to stop playing. Come on, Stephanie. Yes. Where you at? Pull up on us. Pull up on us. Okay. All right. So proud of all your success, Dr. Lena. You are such an inspiration to me and everyone around you. Love you. Yes. Dropping the money signs in the chat. Dropping the money signs. Hello. I'm just looking, y'all. Listen, y'all are active in the chat. Active in the chat. I love to see it. Thank you guys so much for being plugged in. Thank you guys for being here. All right, let me see. Oh, Lena probably was saying shucks because I said no author All-Stars can win. I was like, wait a minute, I'm about to win. No. We got to give something to the guests too. You know? All right, yes. Okay, let me see what else y'all saying down here in the chat. Y'all plugged in. You know I love y'all. Absolutely. Look at this. I'm here. Yes, I'm pulling up. Yes, please pull up. Burnout is a real thing. Yes, Alfred. Come on, y'all. Thank you so much for just being engaged, plugged in. Yes. Okay. You know how people know how to do that I'm not really good with that. But anyways, see, I got to do the facial expression just so you know that that's what I was trying to do so that it makes sense, right? So I am so excited because this is our last panel. I'm not excited because it's the last panel. I'm excited because we get to bring even yet more amazing stories to the stage and more amazing authors to the stage, more amazing world changers to the stage. Y'all see it? Ooh, that magazine is crispy. By the way, I've been taking this magazine everywhere I go. Y'all know anytime I'm somewhere, I do what? I put my books on the table. I also put my magazine on the table. And people have been so encouraged looking at this magazine, so inspired by you guys. And so just thank you for, again, trusting in this process, trusting in what we're doing. And I promise you, it's about to be on and popping. Hello? On and popping. If you are going to be in next year's magazine, by the way, do y'all know it's just this serious? We are already opening up registration, applications for the 4th annual magazine. Yep. We are already opening up. So even if you were a previous, so this is the first year and you have every single person must apply. Everyone. So regardless, if you are a first time, second time, third time, or fourth time, then you will need to go to authorallstars.com. Okay. So you're going to start just like Marceline said she was seeing it everywhere. Yep. It's about to be everywhere. The reason is because we are doing so much now that actually assists you guys in getting additional opportunities of exposure. And so we don't want to wait until we get to a month or 2 months before All-Stars. We want to start getting you guys on now, preparing you guys. So when you do your intro videos, you know, you have it like down packed. You've been doing it all year, right? You take the full 3 minutes to introduce yourselves. So, and then as you guys know, we create opportunities. Anytime I do something where there's an investment required, and I don't know a lot of people who do this, no disrespect, no shade, but I always try to find ways for you to make your money back immediately. And so shout out to those of you guys who participated in getting the sponsors to be a part of your articles. Wow, how amazing is that to know that, hey, as a sponsor, I can be a part of helping you to get recognized. But I also know that for the hundreds and thousands of copies that are going out, my sponsors are also going to be recognized as well. And so we create all type of opportunities over here. I've never been the one to want to say, you know what, because I got, this many people in the magazine, this is my brand new car that I got. No shade. We literally want to create opportunities so you can say, because I was in the magazine, not how many people I got, but because I was in the magazine, this is the new car that I got. Because I was in the magazine, this is the trip we went on. Because I was in the magazine, I retired my husband. I retired my wife. See, that is the mission. The mission is every single platform and opportunity we create. We want to see your life multiply in the way of where it is that you wish to be. Can I get an amen? Okay, let's go ahead and get to our final panel. Let's go ahead and bring up these amazing individuals. I'm going to go ahead and add on the panel banner. 1 second. Are y'all fired up? Now, I got about 4 more streams to do today, so I got to be fired up. But are y'all fired up? If you are fired up, drop that money sign in the chat. Let's get into it. We're going to bring on the screen Laverne Cease Bati, Dr. Rhonda Simpson Boyd, Crystal, excuse me. She says her name is I Am with a capital A-M. Crystal.
Didn't I tell you?
Yes, darling. Sharon Baker Boykin and Wanda Pearson. Hello, beautiful ladies. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Yes, we're doing good.
Okay, y'all know y'all can say hi. How you doing? Okay, Laverne don't seem like she ready. Let me go on mute, Laverne, because Laverne, you have a sad conversation. Are you plugged in, girl? No, I'm playing. Laverne, what you over there multitasking on this beautiful Sunday?
No, I'm trying to tell my son to leave me alone in my moment.
Son, can you let your mama get highlighted? She is a lifetime achievement award winner. Okay, she needs to be up here speaking. All right. Okay. No, I'm just messing with y'all. Listen, I'm so happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much for taking some time to spend some time with me on your Sunday on the Author Allstars Day. God is good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off with the first young lady that y'all can see on the top left-hand corner. Her name is Wanda Pearson. What I'm going to have you guys do is to just introduce yourself and let us know about your book. The floor is yours.
Hi, thank you, Sharia, for having me here. My name is Wanda Pearson, and I'm so excited for being on the show. My book is actually about, God, for me going through the struggles that I had with abuse as a child and childhood and going throughout my life, that I had to learn how to forgive. So this book is about the struggle that I had as a child. And I tell you, when I was 10 years old, I said, I want to be a social worker, not knowing that's what God had me be. So I ended up being a social worker. But the book that I wrote, God's Grace Through the Fire, From Struggle to Triumph, this was a very hard book to write because it brought up all of the memories that I had. And I just thought I forgot about it. But when my daughter said, Mommy, you need to go to a counselor. I said, I don't need to go to, I need to go to counsel for. But you don't know how deep down inside you bury that down, and you have, it's hard to forgive. So this book is about mental health, about how to get out, to free yourself from being stuck in that place and the life that God destined you to be. So when I wrote this book, my favorite Bible verse was Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, not to harm you, but to protect you. I actually went on the within that Bible verse and wrote my story and how I could help other people. So my editor said, Wanda, you got to get this book out because a lot of people are dealing with not just abuse, but mental abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, elder abuse. So all of this has been something that I needed to get out. And when I did get it out, it was very hard to write. But I thank God for helping me to get to it. And that's why I named it God's Grace Through the Fire, From Struggle to Triumph.
Muted again. Thank you so much, Wanda. And we're going to talk more about that definitely on the topic of forgiveness. I think that's powerful, powerful. Okay, let's go to Laverne Cease Bati. The mic is yours, darling.
Cease Beatty. I'm a parent coach. I'm a school counselor as well. My book is Growth Mindsets for Parents and Children. Here it is. My book is based on strategies that parents can use to develop a growth mindset for themselves. And in turn, my goal is for if the parent has a growth mindset and really working and trying to achieve and accomplish things, then eventually that they will carry that on to their children. They would teach their children how to have a growth mindset, to define what is a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, which one is the best that they need to get them to achieve their goals, how to be confident individuals, as well as for parents, how to motivate children to become confident, do the work, and, stuff of that nature. So being a school counselor, I often encounter parents who are not confident individuals, and then it trickles down to the children. And that's why we deal with so many issues with our children in school, is because they don't have that positive influence in the home. So as a parent coach, that's what I have that's my niche, and that is my desire, to try to have more parents become confident individuals, then we could have a school and a world of confident children.
That's powerful. I got good questions for that too. Y'all know I will come out with like 20 questions and try to get you the answer all in one. Forgive me. Can't help it, but it might be loaded. All right, let's go to Dr. Rhonda Stinson Boyd. The mic is yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. First of all, happy Author All-Stars Day. I am Dr. Rhonda Stinson Boyd, and my book is Investing Made Easy, A Family Affair. It is a 7-step guide educating the next generation about budgeting, emotional wealth management, and building a legacy. Oh my goodness, the first two kind of led into me because Miss Wanda, what kids want to do when they're 8 or 9 years old is exactly what they should be doing. So outside, everything I do ties into generational wealth. I have my own nonprofit, and that's exactly what I teach kids to do. But then talking about that growth mindset also, that wealth starts in your mind. And so it starts with the family and the family dynamics. And that is the reason why I wrote this book, was because if it doesn't start inside the household, if we are depending on the schools, the government, and every place else to teach our kids about money and to teach us about money, we are missing the mark. And that's the reason why a lot of people think they can retire and they cannot retire, because they've listened to their job and everywhere else. We got to start educating ourselves. And that is what I'm out here doing, is actually teaching people about wealth, where wealth starts, getting your mindsets set up for wealth, because if it doesn't start here, it'll never get into your bank account anyway. So then it all gets wasted in 2 to 3 generations later, because we never completed a cycle and we kept doing the same things over and over, because I don't believe in generational curses. I believe in generational habits. Again, my book is Investing Made Easy, A Family Affair.
Oops. I done messed it up again, Lord Jesus. Okay, there we go. All right. Yes, come on, Investing Made Easy. I'm about to say simple. Investing Made Simple, Easy, A Family Affair. It's a family affair, y'all. It's a family affair. We're going to talk more about that. Thank you so much. And then I done messed up the order. My bad. So let's see. I know that Crystal, we're going to go with you next, Crystal, darling. The floor is yours.
Well, good evening, and happy Sunday. Happy Author All-Stars Day. And first of all, thank you for the platform, allowing all of us to share. I am Crystal Dion, and I wrote the book, Reclaim Your Power, The Journey Back to Self. This book is a testament to my personal growth, my personal transformation. There was a period of 10 years of my life where I was drowning, and it got to the point where Spirit told me it was time for me to reclaim my power. So this book talks about the process of doing that. Oftentimes we find ourselves just trapped in trauma, and we identify with trauma, and we live our life based on this trauma. But you are not your trauma. You are the creative manifestation of the Most High, and it is your right, it is your power to live this life that you desire. And this book talks about that. Excuse me, I should have had some water with me. When we get trapped in this trauma, we surrender our power, and we begin to look for external validation. We begin to look for approval. We begin to look for acceptance for things outside of us in whatever form that shows up. So my book will help you to identify and release those thought patterns, those behaviors that keep you stuck, but also release those patterns that no longer serve you or no longer are in line with who you are becoming. We pull back the layers. It's a journey to forgiveness, empowerment, and renewal. So I offer practical steps in getting you there and helping you to evaluate where you are, eliminate what no longer serves you, elevate your mindset, and reclaim your full potential by speaking powerful affirmations into who you desire to be. That's what this book is about. Reclaim your power, the journey back to self, a guide to empowerment, forgiveness, and renewal.
Amen. And last but definitely not least, Sharon Baker Boykin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Author Allstars Day. I mean, I'm still just enjoying all of the events that we had and that all the awards and everything. And so thank you so much, Taria. My book is entitled, Help Me Get My Stuff in Order. Now, I work with business professionals to help them, again, get their stuff in order. We acquire so many things in our lifetime that we cannot take with us when we transition. I'm an attorney here in the state of Georgia, and it's been over 40 years. And I was also a probate court administrator. And I saw some of the ugliest fights because people pass away without putting an estate plan in order. And my sister encouraged me to write this book called Help Me Get My Stuff in Order, because my family went through a situation where my dad passed away the Friday before Father's Day in 2018. And that was in June, as everyone knows. But I had death in the family after he died in July, August, September, October, November, December, January. My great aunt was the one that passed away in January of 2019. And 4 months later, I was the probate court administrator in DeKalb County, Georgia. So I understood seeing that process of when people die with their plans in order or without their plans in order from a family standpoint. And then from the courts, the state of Georgia was on the books. And I tell you, I saw some of the ugliest fights because there are some ugly statistics. 61% of Caucasians, 67% of English-speaking Asians, 77% of African Americans, and 82% of Hispanics die without a will or any type of estate plan in place. So my book, Help Me Get My Stuff in Order, is a workbook for you to look at all the stuff you have and kind of put a plan together. What do you want to have happen before you talk to the lawyer to put that plan in place? We want to know what it is you want to do. So that's what my book is all about. And I look forward to helping you to get your stuff in order.
Absolutely. Well, listen, ladies, I realized something, and I'm going to, we'll talk about this later. But the three of you guys that are on here were all recipients of one of our first new awards. Yes, the Eagle Award. I did not purposefully, let me tell you how God worked. I didn't purposefully do that. Like, it was just based on how we had the order of everybody's videos. And isn't that crazy? Like that's not just, it just happened. There's a purpose in that. So thank you for sharing that. We're going to talk about the Eagle Award in a minute. But I was like, what? Oh man, because I wanted to highlight people, and I did forget to get Dr. Iris and Inga to talk about their award that they received. But I'm definitely going to have you guys to share a little bit about what that meant to you and what that means. But let's go ahead and get into this, because I'm gonna try my best to remember the order that I went. And so I think we started off with Wanda. And so Wanda, you talked about, oh yeah, well, I kind of have it right here in the order. So you talked about forgiveness. And it's funny that, you know, you shared that. And I know there's just so many more dynamics to what it is that you do. But when you said forgiveness, that word stuck out to me, because I don't know that everybody knows what that looks like. We always talk about you got to forgive, but what does it look like in forgiveness? Like, what actions do we take? Does it mean that we completely forget about what happened? How do we move in the space of forgiveness? Does that make sense? Because we may easily say that we need to take an action, but if you're not explaining to me what that looks like, and then I kind of go back into the space of unforgiveness, not realizing that, how can I ever heal and move on to that next step? So can we talk a little bit about forgiveness?
Yes. First of all, I had to learn how to forgive myself. You have to forgive yourself first. And, you know, people do things to us that hurt us, and they continue to do it. But you have to forget. I mean, you have to forgive, because remember, Jesus forgave us. But it's so hard to do that when they're constantly hurting you. And when you forgive and asking God to help you with those steps, that calls for strength to do that, because it really was hard writing this book. And I still have in my heart, and I know I need to, you know, ask God to cleanse my heart of what was done to me. But at the same time, if you don't forgive, that means you miss out on your blessings, you know. So learning how to forgive others is tough. And I'm gonna tell you, Taria, when I first moved to New Jersey, I went to a total forgiveness class, and that was really tough, because you had to forgive those people who continue to do things to you. And when I wrote this book, it was a struggle, because I had to keep saying, "Okay, Lord, help me to give me the strength to do this and be able to share my story." But the first thing we need to do is to forgive. How do I forgive? And it's really hard, but at the same time, I know that God is helping me to be able to move forward. So the only way you can move forward is to forgive. So forgiveness is a very big word. At the same time, it's a small word, but I was told to forgive yourself first and then forgive others, and continue to pray on it. You have to keep praying to help me to forgive the people who has hurt me. And it's not just my stepfather, but it's other people that, you know, listen, I was in corporate with IBM for 36 years. And that was hard, because I had a lot of people that stepped on me as well. And when I wrote this book, God's Grace Through the Fire, From Struggle to Triumph, I wrote, in fact, inside my book, I have a journal after each chapter, because I wanted people to go on the journey with me and write down what they actually have been holding on to. So when you hold on for so long and so much, it's time to really write it down. And in fact, the way I actually got rid of it was when I was writing down. I was writing in my journal to help me, and that actually released a lot of fear and gained faith to be able to forgive. Does that make sense?
It absolutely makes sense, Wanda. Thank you so much. And you know, that has actually been a journey for me. You know, I think all of us, everybody, if you're watching in the chat, drop the $sign in the chat. If forgiveness has been something you've had to learn how to do, and what those steps look like, forgiving yourself, not continuously dwelling on the things of the past. You know, I'm a big believer that if we're constantly looking in the rearview mirror, we can't go forward. And so for unforgiveness is you keep bringing up the past. Unforgiveness is you keep comparing yourself of today on who you're going to be tomorrow. Unforgiveness is, you know, you holding, as soon as somebody do something wrong, you now bring it up. See, this is what, you said you forgave them though. Why are you bringing up the past? We got to go ahead and move forward. Right. And so thank you for sharing that. It is absolutely, and if I can even be transparent about just the community that we're in, it can be difficult because we are in a space of survive and thrive. We're in a space of, you know, ain't nobody about to play me. We're in a space of, I have to be number one. There is no number two. And a lot of that is connected to that too. So thank you so much for writing a book about this and helping so many people to move forward in that space. I appreciate you. Okay, Laverne Ceasebati. I've always loved your book, and as soon as you pop the book up, I was like, I remember it's like I always see it. I remember the cover because we got covers in common. We got something in common, and I love your cover. It's a beautiful cover. However, I love what you talked about today too, just helping parents to build that confidence within themselves. I've never thought about that. And God didn't bless me to be a mother of a child that I've birthed, but I do know that God has put me in positions where I've had to grow in that space, the motherly space of being able to do what I do today. But doggone it, I've never thought, because when you are a parent, it ain't like you can choose it. Well, you can, but you know what I'm saying. Like once it's done, it's done. You are always going to be the parent. And I've never thought to myself that what if somebody lacks confidence? How does that trickle down to their kids? My God. How though, if you have a child, because you work with the kids, so how is it that you actually are able to connect with those parents? And can we just, like, on this Good Sunday, can we talk about how does a parent even identify if maybe their confidence is causing problems in their child's development? You've got the floor.
We find that just like the typical individual, when we have a flaw, we tend to wrestle with it and don't, it takes a lot for us to, something had to happen in order. It's just like you see how the phone try to ring when I'm on this call, right? So that's just the devil. You know how the devil always trying to rob, kill, or destroy. So right now he's trying to destroy this little time right now so I can get on and talk about this issue of lack of confidence with our parents. But a lot of times the parents really don't even realize it until the kid have an issue in the school where we have to have a parent meeting. We bring them on to the school and we sit down, and then afterwards I get to really talk to the parents on a one-on-one, whether it's a phone call or I just pull them to the side. And then as we elaborate more on the issue as to why they had to come up to school, that's when I pull them to the side, and then I'll tell them off the record, and then we just discuss. And a lot of times the parents just at that time, they realize this is their opportunity to connect with someone, and then they actually just let go and start, telling, well, I can see why they're like this because I was like that when I was a child. And then that gives me that little window. Then we could just start talking more about the issue at hand. And that's when I determine, and the parent actually realize that they have a confident issue there. And then even after there, I tell the parents, I'm not just in the school just for the children. Also, I had to do parent contact as well. And if they want to talk about anything, how they can actually become more confident individuals and working better with their children, we can actually brainstorm and come up with some strategies that can help the parent deal with the kid issue as well.
Powerful. That's powerful. Think about it, guys. And so I want to encourage all of us out there. If we either know parents, maybe they're having some challenges within in their children's schooling, and then vice versa. If we have a friend that maybe, now you can't necessarily, what I would do is I'll say, you know what? Baby Joe is having challenges in school. Let me connect you to Laverne. She's gonna help your kid, and then they don't even know that she about to hook and swing them and say, you know what? It's not them, it's you. But she ain't gonna say it like that,
Right.
She ain't gonna say it like that. But I think that's powerful, y'all. We sometimes think that it's the kid, but it might be a combination of the environment that they're in. So thank you so much for being here. Okay, Dr. Rhonda, let's talk about investing, because this is now, we are living in a lifetime now, or living in a moment in our time where many of us, number one, we're first generational graduates We're first generational entrepreneurs. We're first generational, let's just say, high earners. And I'm going to even put high earning in our arena over 50K a year, right?
Yeah.
So the idea of investing, the idea of saving for rainy days, the idea of taking a percentage of our income, even the 401k. You know, I'm sure there's many families where they talk about 401k in the household. That's not something we talk about in the house. We don't talk about no 401k. We don't talk about no investment. We don't talk about even a savings. Well, savings, we ain't got no savings. The little bit of money that we do have saved is under the mattress for a rainy day, and it's probably like $100. And I've never been talked to about that. But you are now in a space that, honestly, it's the best time alive to be in the space of teaching people what to do and how to build wealth. And so as we're seeing this transition and you being here, I first want to know why, and this might be a question, I don't know if you've ever been asked this question. Why do you think that maybe, and I know we can attest it to the first time, but let's just dig deeper. Why do you think that in our households we don't talk about money? Like that is like an unspoken thing. Because I remember even as I grew, when I became like, you know, a teenager, and my dad gave me the debit card for a little allowance. I was spending that thing like it was Monopoly money. And I remember getting in trouble, but we never had conversations about money. I didn't know what to do with it. I just knew it wasn't even a credit card. It was a gas station card, Rhonda. So I was buying up all the snacks. Who wants some Skittles? I was the girl. But why is it that we don't have these conversations in the household? And as leaders now, as parents now, as people who are building positions where we can have an open ear, what are some of the things that you believe that we need to start talking about more so that we can position not just ourselves, but our future to be able to be starting to start investing into their future lives?
Okay. Well, first of all, we don't talk about it because of shame, pride. There's all these hidden things that because we don't seem like we have it together, we don't talk about it because we're in this position of, like I said before, I don't believe in generational curses. I believe in generational habits. A lot of us are in the same places. We're a little bit better, but we're in the same places that our parents were, all because our parents didn't talk to us about it. And we got to stop that. We got to start having the conversations about money and not just paying bills. And that's a middle class thing that happens, is that we talk about bills and paying bills, make sure your bills are paid. And we leave out that conversation of putting yourself first. So, and then it goes back to your self-worth, self-care, putting you first and not working yourself to the bone. And so when I talk about mindset, it's us changing our mindset around money to like having these regular conversations just regularly. Like, this is what we do. A taboo thing that's in our households, a lot of households, is allowance. We don't give our kids allowance because, first of all, it's like, why am I going to pay this little person to live with me? Well, how that little person supposed to know about money if they don't have no money? So we think that that knowledge is supposed to drop from the sky when they leave our house at 18, and they just supposed to know what to do. But we never gave them an opportunity to learn. So that was one of the chapters in the book, is really talking about giving your kid an allowance and showing them how to budget with the allowance. That starts the conversation. It could be something just as simple as that, but it's also putting things in order. In my household, because can't say for everybody else's household, you know, it's God, then it's us. It's not bills. And that is in us, meaning investing, saving before bills. Because a lot of times what happens is we say, I don't have enough money to invest. No, you do. It's just that you're not willing to prioritize putting that money where it's supposed to be, which is at the top, right after you get paid or right after you make money. One of the things I love about Author Allstars is that you do the big check award. But a lot of times, instead of us, a lot of times those big checks went right back into our businesses.
They did not go into our investing or savings. We put it back into our business, which is just another cycle of bill versus putting ourselves first. We got to get to a point as a people, as a society, to put ourselves first. The rich and wealthy, they put themselves first. They got bills just like we all got bills. But what they do that's different from us is that the first pot that the money goes into, not the first, second for me, second pot is investing. Because when you don't, and that's where people like auto drafts, they like things like that, things that just go. But when that becomes a habit and that becomes your first bill is me. My investing is my first bill because I'm looking for my future. Because otherwise you're going to be in this endless cycle. Yeah, you can keep bringing clients in, you can keep bringing business in, but are you planning on working for the rest of your life? Because if you're not planning on working for the rest of your life, there has to be a point where you are putting yourself first. I got to put some money over here. And that's not saying to miss a bill, but then I got too many bills. Okay, what can I get rid of if I can't even do this? But you'll be amazed that once you start focusing on that, you'll still have enough for bills. Because a lot of us, our debt and us eating out is eating up our wealth. And so I really believe the conversations aren't started is because sometimes we're ashamed of where we're at and that we don't have it all together. We can't wait until a lot of these authors that are on here and the authors that come through Book Profits Club, a lot of people that's watching that's probably not joining is saying, I can't write the book yet because I haven't gotten over. But you're probably further along than what some people are. And that's the same thing when it comes to money. Start talking to your kids. Start talking to your family. Start talking about the hard things that we don't want to talk about. It's money and death. We don't want to talk about them, but we all want to get to heaven, but we don't want to die to get there.
That part. Hello. Yeah. Start talking about it, guys. We got to start talking about it. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we're going to go. Y'all, this has been such an amazing journey. Y'all are just incredible. And thank you so much. Let's go over to Crystal. So, Crystal, you talk about releasing those thought patterns and behaviors that keep you stuck. Just like I asked, I'm going to ask you this, just like I asked about how do we forgive? Can we talk about how to release the thought patterns? What are some of the things that we can start doing right now to stop thinking about? I think even but Brittany talked about the negative or the number of thoughts that we have a day and how a lot of those thoughts are the same thoughts over and over and over again. So what are the steps that we need to take so we can release those negative thoughts?
Well, one thing I've come to understand about mindset and this internal chatter that we have with ourselves, it's a replay of where we have been. It's a reminder to our experiences, and it's victim consciousness is what it is. So some of the methods that we need to do is, first of all, we need to make a decision. We need to make the decision to say, I no longer want to be where I was because I'm greater than who I was. I had a conversation with a mental health professional when I was turning 40. And she asked me a question. She said, do you want to live the next 40 years of your life the same way you lived the previous 40 years? That question was very profound for me because I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision to change. So the mind chatter, the mental chatter that we constantly tell ourselves, we constantly replay these experiences to support this idea of us not being good enough, of us not being able to achieve certain things. And that's because there's a responsibility in making a decision. Action is required when you're making a decision. So first of all, let's analyze our mindset, let's analyze the mental chatter. Let's analyze the words we're speaking over our life. Because words have power, and where thought goes, energy follows, because that's what you're manifesting, whether it is positive or negative. Changing the chatter, changing the thought processes, changing your perspective on a situation will help you then begin to change the internal dialogue. One thing about being stuck, and I know you were talking about forgiveness. How do we forgive ourselves? How do we change this dialogue? We have to begin to let go of the past, because the only thing that exists is the eternal right now. We can't go back, and it's the past that is keeping us stuck. How many, and it could be something positive. How many times have you've seen somebody very successful and they're living in this space where I used to be? I used to be. Well, we can always reinvent and recreate who we are because we have the power to create. And changing the dialogue in our mind can rewrite these stories that we've been telling ourselves. That will begin the process of getting us unstuck. Now, a lot of it's trauma. You're not your trauma. We want to hold on to these experiences because it's comfortable. We want to hold on to these experiences because we don't want to take the responsibility or make the decision to change. Sometimes you're forced to change, like I was. I was forced to get out of the space that I was in during that period of time in my life. I was forced to make the change because the Most High said, I have something greater for you. And when we get to these spaces, you have to stop running. You have to stop running from yourself. One of the prayers that I give my clients regarding trauma, regarding victim consciousness, regarding forgiveness is, and please hear me, I forgive myself for giving too much of myself and not having anything left to pour into myself. I reclaim my power, and now I give from my overflow. And I'll leave it at that. I hope that answered your question.
Absolutely. It's a process, y'all. And, changing our thought patterns is not overnight. So y'all going to find out in about a second or so after we get through our last of how to get in touch with everybody. And man, you guys have been amazing today. Sharon Baker Boykin. So she is going to be sharing us. Yeah, it's very powerful. Thank you guys in the chat as well. So the final thing is talking about this legacy love letter. And this is also known as a will. Sharon, can you tell us, because you probably are one of the first, you're very niched in a space. I will say that because I don't meet a lot of people who have a desire of truly helping people to get, like we say, get your stuff in order. Get your stuff in order. What has made you so passionate about, yes, I understand you had the journey, but what has truly made you so passionate about making sure that you're sticking into the space? And then also, can I ask you a question? What is it that you think keeps people from wanting to actually sit down and write their will? Why do you think, what is the mental block that keeps people from transitioning? So again, why are you so passionate, and what is the mental block?
Great question, Coach. I kind of shared a little bit earlier when I was talking about the book. When you go through a situation for 6 months, 7 months, every month a family member passes away. And some had their stuff in order and some did not, and the internal fights that it caused. And then to transition from what's impacting me from a family to now a job. Here I am as a probate court administrator. And probate court is the court that handles when you pass away, either with your plan in place or without a plan in place. So here, and it was during the pandemic when people were in the hospital, people were dying, and families, and just think about, people have probably been married a couple of times. They have children from different relationships, and they don't all get along. And then here comes, and then daddy dies without having a will in place. I just saw some of the ugliest fights. And I guess internally, I've always been a kind of person that if I'm learning something, I want to share it with other people. I come a lifelong learner. And I've done so many things in those 40 years being an attorney. I've been a prosecutor. I've been a judge. I've been a probate court administrator. I've worked in state government. And the things that I've seen, and sometimes being an African American female, you're either the first one of your color and your gender in different roles as director or leader or manager, and you're learning things that you wish you hadn't. I wish my grandparents had known, so my parents would have been involved in this in that kind of a lifestyle, and the children, we would have gotten it automatically. But just like Dr. Rhonda was saying, we don't even talk about some of the things financially that can help us. So, and you asked me the question, why do we pause, or why we don't want to get our stuff in order? There's some myths out there, and I'm gonna call them a myth. The first one is, well, if I do a will, I'm telling God I'm ready to die. Obviously, that's the myth, because we all have a date that we're going to transition. We have a date we're born, date we're going to transition. We're living in the dash. We don't know when that second date is going to occur. For some people, it occurred today. But so we get in our mind, well, if I do a will, I'm telling God I'm ready to go. No, we have that second date. We just don't know when it's going to occur. And the word tells us, if you want to leave an inheritance for your children's children, you got to put some things in writing. And then there's another myth that says, well, I don't really have anything that people would want. That's definitely a myth, because everyone who's actively on this call in person or who see the video, look at what you currently have on. The shoes, the clothes, the jewelry you have on, if you have your purse nearby, your wallet, somebody wants that stuff. It's not about how much it costs. You put time and effort to get it. Why don't you determine who gets it when you transition versus letting your state do it? And then this third myth that's out there, well, it just costs too much money to get a lawyer to put my plans in place, my legacy love letter, which, as I call it, your wills, your trust, all of those documents in place. It costs too much money. Well, let me say that it costs more money when you don't put a plan in place. Because one of the things that has to occur is when you pass away without a will, someone has to come to the probate court asking to be in charge of your estate, to handle passing out and distributing your stuff, but they get paid to do it. But the other thing that people don't realize is that we have to then post a notice in the newspaper to let the world know you died without a plan in place. And that notice in the paper has to run for 4 consecutive weeks. That's when we find out about, all these stars that we know about. James Brown didn't have a will. Tupac didn't have a will. Chadwick Boseman didn't have a will, because that notice has to run in the newspaper for 4 weeks. And now we know. So it costs more money and it takes longer time than you sitting down, putting your plan together, working with an attorney, getting it done so that your wishes are what happens and not the state that you live in determining who's going to get what.
Powerful, right? Everybody drop the money sign in the chat if this was powerful. This panel was amazing. Listen, y'all, I am late for a chance for another training, but guess what? It was worth it to be late, because you guys are just so powerful. You're amazing. Thank you so much for trusting in this entire program. Real quick, I'm going to have you guys to share your way of getting in touch with you. So just go ahead. Hold on, let me remove this. I'm just going to start in the order that I see, y'all. Laverne Ceasebati, real quick, share with us, how can we get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me through my website at www.ican1llc.com. That's www.ican1llc.com, or Laverne Ceasebati on the social media channels.
Oh, you see, y'all, I keep doing that. Hold on, where was it? Is everybody on here? No. Let me add her back on the stage. There we go. Thank you. Now to mix up the order again. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Crystal D. Woods. Let us know, how can we get in contact with you?
Yes. Thank you so much. A lot of powerful nuggets that was shared here today. You can contact me for any kind of speaking engagement at www.crystal, CRYSTALD, woods.com. You can purchase my book at www.ireclaimedmypower.com. And when you go to that website, be sure to select your 3 gifts. There are 3, and one it includes a consultation. So www.crystaldwoods.com or ireclaimedmypower.com. I am Crystal Dion.
Awesome, darling. And next, Sharon Baker Boykin. How can we get in touch with you?
Yes, go to www.legallifecoachsharonbaker.com. www.legallifecoachsharonbaker.com. On that website, you can see my books. I have some free stuff on there too, and you can get in contact with me. We can schedule our discovery session and help you get your stuff in order.
All right. And then we're going to go to Wanda. How can we get in touch with you, darling?
Hi, you can get in touch with me at wdpearsonassociates.com, www.wdpearsonassociates.com. On that, also, I forgot to tell you, I have a podcast, Ready, Set, Collaborate, with Wanda Pearson as well. On my my website, it has all of my books. It has my coaching and consultation. So just get in touch with me there. Let's connect and let's collaborate. I will love, and also my number is 678-761-5781. Thank you.
Absolutely, love. And last but definitely not least, Dr. Rhonda Stinson Boyd.
You all can get in touch with me at www.flowwithrhonda.com. That's where you can find my books, and you can set up a discovery call with me so we can get your finances in order to put yourself first. Again, that is Flow, Flow, with WITH, and I am Rhonda without an H, RONDA.com. And Taria, I just want to tell you, thank you for doing your passion, doing your dream, and having this for each and every one of us, having a platform and teaching people who didn't even believe that they could be authors or how to be authors and be able to have a voice in the world. So I just wanted to tell you, thank you for that also.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you. No, thank you guys. Listen, we would be nothing if it wasn't for you guys. And so I want to be able to have a conversation with our Eagle Award recipients. However, I am so behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure to have an individual episode with them on the Vision Impact Hour. So y'all just be on the lookout because I'm going to be having you guys to come on together to talk about, first of all, if y'all know, there's 2 things I love the most, eagles and oak trees. And they both have 2 symbolic reasons why I love them. And this particular year, we decided to launch the Eagle Award. And we actually selected 4, but there were 3 that were there. And so we highlighted them at the Author Allstars dinner. And you've got to hear why they were selected. And so we have so many other just different things that we made sure we highlighted people for. And guess what? We have our next event that's coming up, Ignite to Profits. It's going to be with a little bit of a twist, but it's going to be amazing. It's where you're going to be able to see more of our Book Profits Club members on the big stage. We plan on doing it virtually, but you'll see because they're going to be flying in. They're going to be flying into a studio. It's going to be huge. But we've got so many more things that are coming up. Listen, if you want to know how to get in touch with me, you want to learn how to be a part of the community, you want to learn how to get a copy of my books, any of that, all you need to do, one website, and all it takes you to is to do one thing. It's bookprofitsclub.com. When you go to that site, it's going to ask for your name, your email, and your contact information, okay? You're going to submit that detail in there, and it's then going to take you to a free 15-minute masterclass that's going to literally show you how, as an author, speaker, or coach, to get to the bag, to get on more stages. You're going to go to bookprofitsclub.com. If you go to 10kbook.com, that takes you to the same thing. So just go to bookprofitsclub.com, y'all. I don't have any other links, no emails, no numbers. That's where you go. So people are like, what's your Instagram? Bookprofitsclub.com. What's your email? Bookprofitsclub.com. What's your website? Bookprofitsclub.com. That's where you guys want to go. Thank you to all of our Author All-Stars. If you want to be able to see each and every one of them All you got to do is go check them out on the Author Allstars website. Real quick, I'm going to do these 5 last names. And then if you get those, if your name is selected, you need to email me your mailing address. Here's the first 5. They must be on right now. They need to email me by 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is my email address. I put it on the page right here. You need to email me. These are the first 5 names if your name was called by 5:30 p.m. Let me go ahead and put up the other spin so we can spin for the wheel. Let me remove everybody else. Y'all still on the stage, but that's okay. Y'all look good though. Yes, you do. And then we gotta get to our 5K and 5-day challenge. Let's get to our next 5 winners. Hey, boom. Another Antoinette. Let's go, Antoinette Reams. Congratulations. I hope you are still on. You must email by 5:30 p.m. Let's go to the next name. And I will do the drawing for the flat screen TV. I will base it off of the people who actually email me. So about 5:30 p.m., you got to email me so that you can win. Okay? Yvette Beasley. Yvette Beasley, congratulations. Let's get 3 more names, y'all. And then all of my 5K challengers, we're over in the live, so pull up on us. Lisa Smith, congratulations. All right, 2 more names. Let's go. Hey, hey. I feel like I could make a song today. Alma Thomas, congratulations. Again, you need to email me at visionavant@Book Profits Club. You have until 5:30. Last but not least, the winner is Sean Tyrell, congratulations. One of our brand new BPC members. Let's go ahead. Listen, if you were one of the winners, you need to email me ASAP before 5:30 p.m. The email is going to be visionavant@bookprofitsclub.com. Again, if your name was selected, email me ASAP at vision. Thank you, Daria, as well. Put in the names in the chat. visionavant@bookprofitsclub.com. Y'all, the final thing I'm going to say is this, because, we have our Author All-Stars. Ignite to Profits is going to be a virtual event, but we're going to have some of our speakers to fly into a location, a studio location. We're still going to do awards, all of that stuff, right? However, how many of y'all want to go on a cruise? Book Profits Club. A cruise where we're not doing no pitching. We might do a little bit of breakout workshop, game planning and stuff. This is not the same as the mastermind. This is different. The mastermind, we have a lot of done for you things that we do, and it's just 2 days of work. But what if we had something where all BPC members, where we literally go on a cruise together? Well, tomorrow night on the Book Profits Club meeting, I'm doing the meeting. Yeah, tomorrow's Monday. I'm doing a meeting. So all my BPC members, if you want to know about the cruise, you want to know about speaking, we literally for 2025, if you want to speak on any of our stages, you got to be a BPC member. We are keeping it in the community, okay? So all of my Book Profits Club members, please do not miss tomorrow night's call. We're going to be talking about the cruise. We're going to be talking about speaking on stages. We're going to talk about speaking in Dubai, Ghana 2025, 2026. Those who want to go to Ghana for next year, all of that. I think we only have 4 spots left, or 4 spots left for speaking spots for Ghana. So make sure to not miss the Book Profits Club meeting. Okay, y'all. Well, I got to go. I'm so late, Lord Jesus. I hope y'all, everybody over here, all of my challengers, I'm so sorry for being so tardy for the party. But let me go ahead and play this last video, and we're gonna wrap it up. All of you guys who did your intros, it will be uploaded. We'll give you a Google Drive folder too, so you can download it and play it on your own platforms. Okay, so let me go ahead and play this, and we are going to be out.